Start her up.
Hey guys! it's like speaking right now with your ears like
Right. I hopefully everyone can hear us. Welcome back to another train stream with GFW Trains,
where we talk about everything.
but mostly
Mostly
trains. I'm Wally,
I'm George.
and we make up GFW
It's
Trains.
almost like that was scripted.
Right, boom.
It was.
GFW Trains. So how you been, George? You have a good week? Welcome to the 2021.
Yeah, it's 2021. Well, we've already done a stream in 2021. So
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Second stream.
Second stream. We're 5x5. They're hearing us loud and clear, so we just don't hear ourselves. So welcome everybody. Welcome to GFW Fast Friday, running trains with friends.
That's right.
So we're back to school. I'm sure that a lot of people here are back to school too,
It's
right?
the end of the semester for us, so I got tests on tests on tests.
Oh man, and I am back down at work as well. Christmas is nice, like the holiday season's nice, but when you're
And
back,
after,
it's just
like,
boof.
I know.
Right. So Christmas come and gone. It's been fun to watch on YouTube. What do you think, George? It's been fun to watch on YouTube. Everybody with all of their Christmas stuff and showing off all the stuff they got for Christmas. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I think that 2020 has been a bad year, but I think it's definitely been a great year for model trains.
Oh yeah, for model trains, it's been fantastic. We got most of our layout done in 2020, right?
Yeah, we started. When did we start?
We started the year before, 20, but we didn't really do much. We were really slow.
Base. I think we had, but every once in a while, I'd come home from school and do the loop. But then we had to tear a bunch of it up for the switches.
Yes, yes, we did.
But yeah. Hi guys. Study you Espanol, George. I don't have any more Spanish tests for the rest of the semester. I'm super happy about that.
Woo! Do you have a final or anything, or just quizzes, or how's that work, George?
So we don't have finals at Yorkville, so which I am super happy about. But if we had finals for Spanish, yeah, I think I finished off the year in my Spanish class with an 83%. So not a failing grade, but not the best, you know.
Hey, it's Friday. It's time to make George cry, right? You got it.
We'll make you cry.
So yeah, school's tough, but trains are cool. What have you been up to train-wise, George?
Train-wise, well, yesterday, we had one of the most catastrophic train unboxings ever.
Oh, we did, didn't we? We did. So,
You can tell the story.
oh, you brought it up.
Because if I
George, at work today, I had one of the most catastrophic cases.
Wow. You know, okay, this is totally off topic, but this CC2 is running really good.
His brain is not there. He's not thinking. We don't have the same brain today. Yes, it is running real good, which is nice. That's a nice little engine.
It's a nice engine, but for a while it didn't really like our layout. The other day it started running real well. Right before the stream started, literally like 30 seconds before it started, CC2 came off the track over there, and I was like, it's going to be one of those days.
Right.
But,
so real quick, let's check some people in.
Guess what
Let's do this.
whistle you guys have never heard?
There we go.
Oh, and it just stopped.
Little hooter.
Deja
I like
vu.
hooters.
Anyways.
I like hooters. Tim's trains.
Oh, I like hooters too.
Oh, my son. George, it's got Tim's Trains in the house. Train Storm in the house. D. Klinger Railroad Production. How you doing, buddy? Got Grand River Rail Fan. Thanks for stopping by, Grand River Rail Fan. Good to see you here. We got Mike from Cross Anchor saying hello. Sean's Trains. For those of you that
Train.
Right on. For those of you new around here, when you check in, we see your name roll through for the first time, or at least we try to. We give you a whistle. GFW Trains, original, right there.
I heard these are real cool, dude.
GFW Trains.
Real cool.
Newly rebranded logo there. You're welcome. Yes. So if you haven't seen it, we got our GFW Trains merch up. Link down below. Teespring. We got all kinds of stuff. Got hooded sweatshirts, long sleeve shirts, short sleeve shirts. Get yourself a pillow. Get yourself a blanket.
Some GFW Trains tights for the missus.
Get some. Yes. I don't think we did good on our GFW Trains tights. We got George's mom, my wife, some GFW Trains tights. And do you think we've even seen them out of the package? I think I'm gonna wear them one day, George, just to see what she does.
Not wearing them.
I am. I'm gonna wear those GFW Trains tights.
Nope.
So let's see here. We got Trainstorm already. Right on. And apparently everything's breaking in his house. We got Brian Burns, one of our Discord mods. How you doing, Brian? Thanks for everything you do on the Discord. Rock and roll. Crazy Joe 67 in the house. We got Mike from Cross Anchors, and we got Cross Anchors. So it's like Miller and Miller Lite right there.
Yeah, but who's Miller Lite?
I don't know. Miller and Miller High Life. How about that one?
They're like
Miller High Life. Let's see. Strasburg 475 saying hello. Good to see everybody. Grandma Nita in the house. Trainstorm Pierre Marquette Productions says my phone case should arrive next week. Speaking about the merch.
boom.
Right on. Got mine the other day. Love that. Wesley's Trains in the house. Wesley's one of our Patreons. Thank you, Wesley, for supporting this young man. If he was he wasn't getting Patreon, he wouldn't eat. I kid. No, thank you. I know that means a lot to George, doesn't it, George?
Very much so. Oh, wrong answer.
If you're interested in being a Patreon for George, there's a link down below. We got a Teespring link down below. We've got a Patreon link down below. We also have the Discord down below. George, why don't you talk a little bit about the Discord?
So the Discord is basically an opportunity for everybody to continue talking, even if we're not streaming, which I know is a pretty fun part about the streams, is just the communication in the chat amongst everybody, you know. And I think that the Discord is kind of an opportunity to have those conversations even after, like, when we're not there. So it's kind of a good, cool place to connect with different trained people, meet different trained people, and
just continue having a lot of fun,
yeah.
Huh, George? And it's been really cool how the dialogue has continued, both on the stream here and then going back to the Discord, where everybody continues to talk. Speaking of talking and everything like that, everybody's been showing off their Christmas stuff, right?
Sir,
talking about everything that they got for Christmas and talking about what they want to get for Christmas 2021, I'm sure. My Christmas gifts running around on the trains over here. For those of you that were wondering what I got for Christmas, train-wise, I got a lot of cool stuff for Christmas, but O-Gauge train-wise on the CC2 that's about ready to come through on the outside loop here. I did that. George just stopped it as I was saying that. There is two piggyback cars, a Rio Grande piggyback car, and then a Seaboard Airline.
Wait, airline?
Yep. That's what it says. Seaboard Airline Railway. They're on this car right here. Those are what I got for Christmas, as well as two of those. George and I split two of those passenger cars, UP passenger cars. And those were given to us by Grandpa George. What'd you get, George?
And I got some PFE reefers from Grandpa. I got a Lionel one, which matches my Vision Line ones, so that's pretty cool. And then I got two MTH wood-sided reefers. Those are the easier ones to tell. They're coming across the camera. Oh, they're right there. They're a little bit smaller, but they're easy to point out, which is really cool. And then I think the PFE reefer I got is this one leading the train, which is kind of cool. So in total, I got a total of 12 cars.
Boom! Went from 0 to 12, just like that. So Grandpa George in the house, got Sid's Trains in the house, says his layout's done.
Oh, sweet!
DB Tech here. Right on. We got Felix, the rail fan, and playing spotter. Welcome, everybody. In fact, George, the other thing I want to say is that there's some really, really cool videos coming out from the people that have been supporting us on the stream. If you've got a really neat video talk about it on the stream here. Post something up about the video that you put out. Speaking of videos that we put out, Grandpa says that he likes the backdrop in the back here. I agree. And I last night put together a little video on a great big rolling railroad, George, and tried to get a lot of neat shots that included that background. So, Grandpa, wait till you see that one. Great big rolling railroad by GFW Trains. Coming out tomorrow morning. Premiere 10 a.m., George.
10 a.m.
The Lionel Collectors in the house. A lot of company around here. A lot of people like that Lionel Trains around.
Sidla says the layout is never done.
It is not. It's true. It's true. Grandma's here. We got ours Trains here. Iron Fox is in the house. Steam Bricks. Steam Bricks. When are you gonna make that last train for me? I need to buy that last Lego train that you're gonna make.
What kind of train? If you could buy any Lego train, what would it be?
I would say probably 4449.
That is a very.
What do you think, George?
I don't know. I would want something that you can like pull with anything. You know, I'd say like a.
Maybe a diesel would be cool, like a custom diesel.
Yeah, that would be cool, but like steam, you know.
Oh yeah.
Steam. Like,
844. If you don't like 4449, it's got to be 844. 844 carries everything.
That's right.
So
everything.
Yep. Grandpa likes the daylight pulling those PFEs, George.
Yes, I do too. Honestly, it kind of looks cool with the different like colors, like on the daylight and then going to the PFEs. I really like it actually. Although it might not be as prototypical. I mean, what?
Just a lot of I'm way behind on my stuff here, so we'll catch up real quick. So people are wondering, they want to know about the opening Davico yesterday.
Nah, we'll talk about
we'll get that in a second here.
Steven
likes the new merch. Steven! Hey, Steven, how you doing? Good to see you. Steven's another one of our Patreons here. He's a big supporter of GFW Trains in the channel and been putting up some really, really cool videos of his layout.
You recently got a new train.
New train. It's a mystery, though.
I have an idea on what it is, and we'll see if I'm right. I think it's going to be a JLC Big Boy. That's my guess.
I don't know. I don't think you have the right vision for things, George. I don't know if you've got the right vision on it being JLC. I'm just saying that. So everyone's wondering what the big unboxing is there from Steve. Let's see here. Who else we got here? Rail Brothers says, do we live in Illinois? We sure do. We live in Yorkville.
Yorkville.
How about yourself, Rail Brothers? You live here in Illinois?
Well, I'm assuming so. He's got the Metron.
All right. Some Illinois love out here. We like that. We like that. So Tim says he wants a daylight whistle shout out. George, what do you say?
Okay, I got you. Oh, dang. I was going to go with the Big Boy whistle.
Right on, right on. Our man Matt's Trains is here. Good to see you, Matt.
Trains.
Nicholas Schnee's in the house and Baba Booey. Yeah. Devon McKenzie, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Who else? We got Ethan Ballard. Did we get Ethan Ballard? Says love watching you guys up through med school. Right on, Ethan.
Well, that's cool. I hope that. Well, I bet you the trains can't really help you with medicine, but
yeah, it's very therapeutic.
Yeah,
very therapeutic. Well, that's you know what I really, really appreciate the fact that you say that because you know George and I love trains. And I think since we were doing this, the only reason why we started doing this is because we had a camera and we like to talk about trains. We thought, we were talking about trains, let's just turn on the camera. And people can watch us talk about trains. So back, if you haven't been following the live streams, back when we started the shelter in place, George and I just talked about trains.
Yeah,
man. Then we started racing trains because we like to drive trains fast.
And it's cool watching the streams like go by through the past like, it's been like 8 months already.
Yeah.
Past 8 months. Because I mean,
98, Stream 98 today, George. Stream 98.
The technology for the space shuttle, the one that like went on the moon.
Space shuttle went on the moon.
I mean, the Apollo 11. Apollo 11 was probably like had better technology than we were using. I said Apollo 11. I got it right.
Like, so you're saying that they had better technology to go to the moon than we had to put on our live streams?
That we used in the first live stream, yes. What?
Oh, my son. Public education right here. I went to Elgin. They taught me the spellings. at the Elgin, and they taught me the maths. Let's just put it with our initial live streams was like the Tom Thumb, right?
Dude, yeah, man, it was like mine.
And I'm not saying that I was getting great at it right now, but you know what? It's been fun because we've seen a lot of other people start doing this, and the community has just blown up. So I think that that's really cool, and I really appreciate the comment, Ethan. Kind Cake 1523 is here saying hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. Going through, just rolling through here, guys. Got some conversations going on. Conrail 8098, who's a big fan of Mario. Got that Mario icon there. He's in the house. You know who else is here?
That little mortar. Mom, when are you gonna put on the tights?
When are you gonna put on the tights, Mama? We want to see the tights.
Well, I don't, but I mean, he does.
I want to. If you don't wear the tight suit, I'm gonna wear the tight suit. That's my ultimatum right there, George.
No.
Yeah.
If you get like $1 million in super chats, I'll let you wear it.
I'm wearing those tights, baby. Wearing those tights. Oh, she's just slapping her head. just slapping her head. Yeesh. I lost this. Where are we at? Okay, there she is. Everyone's saying hi to Mama GFW. Illinois person. We got a lot of Illinois love going on here. We already got Rail Brother. We got Anfield, our guy Lee, all the way from across the pond there. Great Britain, welcome to the stream.
Where the space shuttle went.
Yep, that's it. Landed on the moon over there. Colton the Rail fan.
Hey, Colton.
How you doing? We got John Train, BFGR. Welcome, guys. Clara Decker in the house. Clara, thanks for rolling by. We got a lot of new names today, George. I appreciate everybody rolling by and saying hello and being a part of the stream. Clara even goes as far as, and I tell you what, guys, I really, really love the love that you're pouring out for us today. It actually really makes us, feel good about doing all this stuff and spending all the time. We love doing it, but I always wonder, especially when we're here, like, are people really actually liking us or giving a darn, or do they just think we're wacky?
Probably wacky.
Yeah, they probably think we're wacky.
Very nice.
Speaking of wacky, Grandpa's got a good thing that he put up there. He says, when you get your MD prescribed trains for medication.
Hey, man, I know some train doctors.
Yay! Chris Allen from Arizona's here. Chris, how you doing? Chris is from the TCA. We know him. You know Chris. You'd know him if you saw him, George.
Oh, really?
From the TCA, welcome. Thanks for coming by and joining us as we sit and chat about trains. Give him a whistle, young man. He was involved with the TCA convention out there. You were a young pup, and he's also been president of the TCA as well.
Oh, really?
So, speaking of the TCA, so why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what the Train Collectors Association is, George?
So basically what the Train Collectors Association, it's the nationwide club,
Train club, right?
Train club, yeah, and it's
in the name. Oh, I'm sorry. Great. Keep going, George. You got this.
Anyways.
Yeah. Did it land on the moon?
You at the space shuttle.
All right. So
anyways,
you got this.
So yeah, basically, oh man, I gotta speed it up. But it's a nationwide club that revolves around trains, and it's really cool. They have national conventions every year, and
each region has got an area of collectors.
Yes.
And they've got divisions that they're called. And each division around the country, they meet regionally and have meets and meetings and have train shows, talk about trains. There's the publications that they have, and we're lucky enough on our 24-hour live stream to actually go to the museum
in Pennsylvania,
right by the Strasburg Railroad, the National Toy Train Museum, which was a fantastic. I didn't know how cool it was. I mean, I've been there, but not since they redid it.
It is really cool.
Yeah, we got to plan a trip out there. But
Can't tell them.
Tell them.
We're gonna take all the trains.
Oh yeah, big old semi. When they see the GFW train semi roll up,
yeah. We need those trains.
They're gonna have to lock that down. Grandpa says this is a unbiased political announcement towards the TCA. Mama Yaya's in the house. Let's get back to the stream up over here. But anyway, we do really like the Train Collectors Association. And if you haven't checked it out, make sure you check it out. I believe that I've got a link down in the description for both the Midwest Division of the Train Collectors Association and the National Train Collectors Association. We belong to the Midwest Division of the Train Collectors Association, which is the Chicago region. And we do a lot of stuff. We generally have about a meet that we go to every month, and probably about, I want to say about 4 or 5 other events that we do. Live Steam events. We do some picnics. We do a trolley event sometimes. We go to baseball games. We have a lot of open houses. So, yeah, lots of stuff going on. Lots of stuff going on with the Train Collectors Association. I think Mom is going to have wear those tights. So let's see where we have Fred's here. Straight up asking, what is the smallest engine we own? I think that little 4040 that's back over there, right there. You got
actually my snowplow, or one of the snowplows.
Oh yeah, the snowplows with the little motorized unit, the Lionel motorized unit. So, or the gang car, that's right down there. That one's smaller. So Clara's loving on all the people in the she's watching all the videos for all of the people here in the chat. Sid's Trains, yours. Lots of people here who are in the chat making really, really cool videos, right? Right. George is going nuts right now because we got a squeaky train. Once we get a squeaky wheel on the trains going around, George's mind just goes blank. That's all I can think about is a squeaky wheel. We've got a squeaker. If you can't hear it, we got a squeaker rolling around right here. So, yeah, thanks, so Clara, for watching all the channels. You gotta do. Let's see here. Who else? Colton the Rail fans in the house says, can you send a link to stream if you can? And good day. Well, I think it's just going to be George and I today, as opposed to bringing people in, Colton. But when we do that again, we'll definitely send out the word and try and get people on and join us if we can. So, arms trains is GFW. I'm not sure if anyone's ever asked, but cab forwards, cab middle, or cab backwards. Which one, George?
Bruh. Oh, cab forwards. This guy right here. Hold on. Literally like the best steam engine ever. George calls that a cab forward. That's what it's called. And then every other steam engine is a backward cab forward. Yes, it is. It's a cab backward. Great. So, Gray said that just joined the Discord. Seems like it's a great place. Well, come on. Glad that you joined the Discord. Appreciate that. And thanks for watching the videos there, Clara. I appreciate that. Got a new one coming out. We're premiering that one tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., 10 o'clock in the a.m. Central Time. It is a great big rolling railroad. The Union Pacific on the Yorkville and Eastern Shore Railroad, which is what we call right here. Oh, right there. Yes Railroad. The Yes Railroad. Cab below. For sure. Cab below. You got it. All right. So, oh gosh, it keeps jumping on me today here. The stream. Landed the trains here. Sorry I'm late. I like the haircut, George. He's going full-on mullet. Kind of a thing now. Can't take it. Right. So, yeah, Art's saying that we're going to have, 2021, we're going to have at least one GFW Trains meetup. And if possible, we're going to have a Midwest meetup, and we're going to have an East Coast meetup. We want to try and have a meetup out at York. Look at that. That's the York dance right there. We want to have a meetup out at York, and then we want to have a meetup here in the Midwest, hopefully at the Illinois Railway Museum. We were going to do that before stay-at-home really buckled down, and we never got a chance to have a meetup here in the Midwest. But if you're from the East or anywhere other than the Midwest and you're looking to make a trip, I'm telling you, the Illinois Railway Museum, where we're going to do that, is one of the coolest railway museums in the world. It is so neat, and is well worth your time to come out. Yes. Well worth your time. Clara from Arizona, so you're out there where it's nice and warm and sunny, right? Or at least warmer than the Midwest right now. My wife says that all of the members of the TCA are really nice to us. LJL Rail Yards in the house. Oh, that'd be awesome, Corey.
one of the things that we talked about is that meeting up at the Illinois Railway Museum, and we're going to try and line that up. Both of these, what we're planning on doing is kind of have a tailgate format. Now, probably something a lot less formal than what Sparky 107 does, but I also think it would be really cool. That's like the next step, the next thing I'd like to do, to have this group of this corner of our railroad community and the YouTube community to coalesce, is to meet up and get a chance to say hello to each other in person, because it's been neat. We got together, everybody's been coalescing and meeting each other and watching each other and getting to know each other on the YouTube. And then the next step of that is to go to the Discord, just like Gray did, and sign up for the Discord, continue the chat over there on the Discord. And then after the Discord is just actually to meet up. I'd love to show off the GFW Trains Worldwide Studios out here one day to some people from the that watch our channel. I'd love to walk around and take a look at some engines and learn about stuff. Yes. I'd love to. I think that would just be a lot of fun. There are people that know so much about trains. I just scratched the surface of it. It always is amazing how much. But yeah, the Illinois Railway Museum, it's got everything from a GG1 to a Casey Jones engine.
The last surviving.
Yeah. So Colton saying hi from Missouri, one of our favorite states. In fact, we do have a Missouri Pacific engine. I think we may be trying to run today. We got that out today, but we're not having people on the stream today, Colton. We're just gonna be George and I chatting, talking to people from the stream on here. Kyle Stevens, hello, how you doing? And of course, with all that cab forward talk, says drink. George and his names. Grandma getting back to the TCA says, TCA has always been the place to be, and we always have fun, and she doesn't even collect trains. Well, that's it too. We have developed a lot of cool friendships, a lot of neat relationships, including Chris, somebody that we met through the TCA, and always had good relationships with him. He's shared a lot of neat stuff with us, and without people like Tim being on the leadership of the Train Collectors Association, we wouldn't have a lot of this cool. So, hey, Clara's asking how your day was, George.
Pretty solid. I took a test today. I don't know what I got, but yeah, it was pretty okay. I finished with 30 seconds remaining on the clock.
Dang, nice.
But other than that, it's been okay. In Spanish today, we did cahoots all day, and yeah, pretty fun.
Well, solutions exist. Thanks for coming by and watching us. George and I sure have a lot of fun. And you know what? I tell you what's even better is that we have got the third generation of the train collector on here too. He's participating in the chat. As soon as we get everybody in the whole nation vaccinated and everything is back online, we'll probably have the 3 generations of train buds down here doing these live streams. Because Grandpa, the other George Worderick that's on the chat, he is enjoys us a lot too. So. George, here's a good question for you. Corey from Ours Trains is asking, what's your favorite railroad or favorite locomotive at IRM, George?
The AM7.
Dang, I wouldn't have guessed that was your favorite.
It's like one of my childhood engines, dude.
All right.
Ran on the high track.
Fair enough.
I even fixed it once.
Fair enough. George had a GFW trains, or not. George had an AM7 that ran on the ceiling in his room on a layout. So. They've got an AM7 there at the Illinois Railway.
It works too, but they can't run it.
But welcome solutions exist to our stream here. Thanks for joining, coming by and joining us today. Speaking of people joining us today, look who's here.
Antoinette's
in the house. Grandma says looking forward to the meetup. Good, because you're gonna lean on you to help us out with that, Grandma. So I'm glad that you're on there. Train Storm says I'm in Kentucky, so getting to the Illinois Railway Museum shouldn't be too long of a drive. Cool, great. If we do have a lot of people that come out for the meetup, we may even try and expand that a little bit. Maybe get something going over the next day or something like that over at Prairie State. That would be a lot of fun, wouldn't it?
Cool. Yeah.
So yeah. Charlie 26 coming by. Good to see you, Charlie. Thanks for rolling by today. Conrail says you need to hide the Roku remote, George. There we go. It's Ours train says GFW. If New York happens, you think you're going to go?
Yeah, wait. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Dr. Frankenstein. I love that name. I love that name. Dr. Frankenstein's loving the Godzilla right there. I don't remember where we got the Godzilla. My family's been putting the Godzillas on layout for a long, long time. And, yeah, that's just one of them that we've got. So we got Godzilla on the layout. We got a Godzilla on my dad's layout. If you haven't seen my dad's layout that we put together, we just put out some videos for on GFW trains, Christmas videos that took place on my dad's layout there. So for sure. Clara says, bye, I'll be right back. Well, thanks for coming by when you did. Adam Miller's in the house. It's hi GFW and everybody. A cold high life on a hot day is excellent, but the true high life is running trains.
Man, I just had a...
I agree with that. Or, as a friend of mine would say, the true high life is high life running a trains. You get the double high life. Boom, boom.
I just had a moment. So I took the CC2 off to oil it because it was squeaking, and the bell popped off.
Oh, yikes.
And I was like, oh, Lord, because, that's one of the best parts of the engine. Luckily, it just was a snap back on. Didn't break.
Right. So Corey's surprised about the AEM7. Is it not even that CNWF unit with the bell on the front? That's a cool one, too. That's a cool one.
AEM7.
Jerry Satterley's here. Good to see you, Jerry Satterley. And Tim says that there's 2 F7s there at the Illinois Railway Museum. 1630's got to be my favorite, George. 1630's cool. The Santa Fe Northern, the Little Joe, the GG1. They have so many engines there. The California Zephyr the Nebraska Zephyr. Oh, hey, look at. Come on. We got to see this. Mama's over here.
Moving the train.
Hold on a second, Mama. Stay right there. I got to get through saying hi to everybody here. Annette, Jerry Satterley, how you doing? Let's see here. Trainstorm says many of you guys can stream the meeting for those that can't go. That would be really cool, and I think we should do that. All right, Frankenstein. Grandpa says my disc's on. I'm not sure what that means, Grandpa. Hopefully not something that's too crazy. Oh, my sister. That's what he means. Not my disc, my sis. Hey, look who we got over here. Bum. Hi. All right. Full on. For those of you that didn't think it would happen, it did. The one, the only. Tell me what, are those not bad? Look, George, I might have. I am going to have fantasies about this.
See, GFW trains.
GFW trains tights right there. Buy them for your girlfriend. Buy them for your wife. There you go.
Yeah. So, Mom, everybody's saying I shouldn't cut the mullet.
No, I think you guys need no. Okay.
Can't take it away now.
Oh, sorry.
It's a thing.
Looking good there, Mama. GFW trains. You gonna wear that to a train show? She's gonna wear that to the to our meetup when we have the meetup. The entire outfit. You got it. Colton says Wally's my favorite for liking 1630 out there at IRM.
Yeah, I like 1630, but the AM7 is like the best.
Grandpa says the X-rated show. Those are tights. They look good. They're GFW trains tights. George is like, they're creepy. I'm glad she finally wore them though.
No, they're creepy on anybody. Or no, they're not creepy on anybody but Mom.
Yeah.
Wait.
I
did I just say that
wrong? There we go. Train services. Wally, Mama, and GFW get a room. Oh, gosh. I like how they call their business GFW.
Anyways.
Oh, that's
Yo,
great.
so did you know this this caboose smokes? It's pretty solid, actually.
You said this is what we call in the business a pivot. Oh, that's great. That's great.
Anyways, yo, it's a Pennsylvania caboose. Pretty solid. And Tim, this has got
I think that's what his look did say there, Tim. So, Corey, we were out there at Cooperstown a couple of years ago, George had a baseball tournament that he was playing in out there, and we totally missed that. I don't know how we missed going out to Cooperstown and seeing the GG1 and seeing that railroad out there. So, I since then, it's like one of those things that I really want to get out and go back and see. What do you think, George?
Yeah, me too. Honestly, Cooperstown had to have been one of the best experiences I've ever had. And boy, oh boy, man, that place is so different. They're so much more different than, like, Illinois.
Oh, you know? New York, upstate, or Cooperstown, New York there? Yeah, for sure. For sure. Well, and there was that railroad there. I don't know if it's going anymore, but I can't believe that we missed it out there. It's kind of it was a tough one, or not a tough one, but yeah. It's squeaking, and George is just going nuts. He can't think about anything but the squeak. Focus, George. Focus. Cross Andrews says it looks good with that train, George.
It does, but I ran the oh yeah, it does. But I ran the Y3 yesterday, so I'm running the CC2 now. And actually, knock on wood, this is the best it's run ever, actually. So,
Grandpa, you make me laugh. Says that all of the Godzillas came from Mom's collection, and you better apologize. Ask Mom where the first Godzillas from her collection came from.
Pink.
I got it at the county fair when I was in Valparaiso. Got the first Godzilla there. I had the idea. This is the perfect O-gauge size Godzilla. Perfect. So yeah, George and his squeaks. Got it when I was at the county fair when I lived in Valparaiso. I saw that. That's perfect Godzilla. Set that in my office there for the whole time. And when we got that layout, it was me who put that Godzilla on there. You're going to ask Mom. Ask her. She'll tell you. Let's see here. So they're talking about the Ours Train says the CACV is a great visit when they do their Rail Fan Day. They use all their DNH and MOW equipment for demonstration, including a Jordan speeder and a vintage DNH. No, Mom said it came from me. The first Godzilla came from me when I was at Valparaiso. I got it at the county fair. I got it right after I was done racing pigs. Did you know I race pigs? I even got a ribbon for racing pigs, George.
Is that some like Michael Vick stuff right there?
No, they're little piglets. They race them at the county fair.
And what, you were just like betting on them?
Yeah.
What?
Yes. Right.
I'm surprised your lawyer told you could do that.
Oh my gosh. So Colton, the rail fans, say we could do a meetup at the Transportation Museum. The one in St. Louis would be a cool one. We don't. That might be a nice spot to visit. We would love the Transportation Museum.
Yes, sir. It is a very cool place, and it's the first place I ever saw a big boy.
So LJL says, have you ever heard of a steam train passes?
No, never heard of a steam train passes. Tell me about it.
Nope. So Sid, with his Superman ear, says it sounds like it's a pilot or a trailing truck, George.
Well, Sid.
Or it might be the armature. I'm going to tell you right now, George, you should switch that train out. We've got like 8,000 trains in this house. And if that one's bugging you, switch it out. Try that Mopac. That Mopac hasn't been run forever. How about it? Oh, gosh. That's funny. So Clara wants to know what your favorite steam train is. And for those... George, for Clara, loves the cab forward. That's his favorite engine. Loves that cab forward. We've got one over here. He just was wheeled in around. And in fact, if you're a longtime fan of GFW trains, we have a drinking game around here with GFW trains. George says cab forward, got to take a drink. I don't have any iced tea out here. Totally forgot. You need to get me some iced tea this evening so that I can have the drink every time George says his favorite trains, Clara. um, let's see here. Ours Train says he wants an Alco, George.
An Alco.
Well, actually,
I got an Alco.
I don't know if
it's an Alco.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Nobody has noticed the new train that we've got on the layout right here. It's right over my shoulder. That one right there.
Yeah, they can't see it.
Well, they can
Yeah, they can.
see it.
Yeah, but don't say anything
I'm
about
not
it.
going to say anything about it. Not going to say it. JD Stux is in the house.
Oh,
Happy
JD
Friday.
Stux! Whoa.
Glad I finally made one of your live streams. Well, thanks, JD.
I've been watching your videos since I was like really little.
Okay,
So
George.
it's pretty cool to.
George is totally fanboy. I'm fanboying too. Thanks for coming by the stream. We enjoy your videos, and in fact, I'm going to use that as a springboard to one of the things that I always like to do around here. That we have a really, really, really neat community amongst all of us people who love these model trains, and even more specific, all of us that love model trains that like to watch YouTube videos of them. We have a lot of people on here that have some really, really neat YouTube channels. I said, we like to think that GFW Trains is a nice channel, but I tell you what, it pales in comparison to some of the really neat YouTube's channels that other people have. They've got stuff that makes us look like a kid's show. Oh, it kind of is, right?
Well,
Oh, can't say that. Got that out. No, we're not a kids.
no, adult. So that's adult.
So,
Adult.
but anyway, where I'm going with this is, please, guys, support each other's channels. You can do that by joining the Discord. In fact, I would invite you, JD, to join the Discord, the main line down below. There's a link there. That would make George's head explode. George is a JD Stux fanboy. You can promote your videos on there. And down below also, there's a link to Sparky 107 where he's put together a video where he's made a catalog of all of the people that are model train YouTubers. So he has got all of those people on there. You can go there and check out their trains, and it's a great way to grow our community. But the long and the short of it is we've got a really, really neat community here. And let's support each other. Let's watch each other's videos, like, subscribe, and it's fun. You know, one of the cool things, like we always say, is that a lot of times doing these model trains feel like it's done in a vacuum. You're all by yourself, that there isn't a lot of people around that you can share this passion with. But if there's one really neat thing that's happened during the stay at home, is that it's been an opportunity for all of us to get together, all of us to coalesce, all of us to learn and become friends with each other. So right on. So Rail Brothers Production says Elko forgot they were building diesels because they let out so much smoke like a steam engine. For sure. And if you don't know, around here we like Alcos. If nothing else, for the GFW Trains logo.
What?
I'm sorry, Alco stole the GFW Trains logo from GFW Trains. So the GFW Trains logo is actually a very similar logo. We can't say it's the same logo. It's a very similar logo to the Alco logo because we like that so much. It's a kind of an homage to them. Steam Train Mark says, "Hey guys, the Steam Train Passes is a video about an Australian steam locomotive. Search that name and add 3801 in the title." But we'll have to do that. The Steam Train Passes. Very cool. So getting back to what LJL was talking about, and LJL says it's a 1974 movie, and you can find it on YouTube. Cool. Well, Mr. George Truck's checking in. Get Mr. George Truck, or Mr. Truck, what did I call him, Mr. George? Mr. Truck Dude says, "I'm into modeling and I want to make an HO scale narrow gauge layout. Do you have any tips?" Well, that's a great idea. Why don't you show? It's not the same, but it's similar to what you might be able to give him some tips on. We've got some great modelers around here, including Corey, who's got a HO model layout, and a lot of people here have stuff. Mr. Truck Dude says 4x4 is his layout size. Trainstorm says he thinks D&H stole our train's logo too.
Yeah. So here's my N-scale T-track module. It's not finished. I still got to finish the ballast thing or redo the ballast thing. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I did this all over quarantine, and even when I I don't know. This was something I spent a lot of spare time into.
Well, that's really neat, George. And for those of you who don't know, it's the TCHAC modules is meant to be for something where people are in a club or they go to a show and they bring their modules, hook them up, and have a huge layout out of them. And the reason why I bring this up is because George on this module has done a lot of the modeling things. George, why don't you bring this back up over here? Done a lot of the modeling things. Bring it closer to that you would do in making a layout. And why don't you show some of the things that you've done there, George?
So one thing I've done is I started ballasting the track. As you can see, I got the black ballast over here, and then I've got some gray ballast up in here. And then other thing I've done is the track laying. Done that. That was all kind of hard because I was worried that the module was gonna get all messed up if I didn't lay the track right. Yeah, it's kind of been cool. I still have to do the wiring underneath. It's pretty plain. Yeah, that's basically what I've gotten done.
So my advice is that come up with a neat track plan that you can put in your layout. There's a lot of neat things that you can use track planning software. You just do it in your head. They've got little templates. Make a neat track plan and get the track, put the track down, and then start doing some scenery. So that's cool that you got the opportunity to do that. So welcome to the stream. Welcome to the hobby. Hope things get blown up from here. So Randall Ellison's in the house. George, get him a whistle. George is preoccupied over here putting the consist together of the diesels that you can't see, but in a moment you'll be able to see it, hopefully. So everybody wants to know, Randall, find anything new. Mr. Truck Dude likes your module, George.
Oh, thank you.
And speaking of modules, Trainstorm says he loves building modules. I built a Polar Express theme module. Imagine that, Trainstorm, you building a Polar Express theme module and plan to add on it. I built a custom her Polish Meyer store too. Very good. Very good.
All right, let's see if this will work now.
Buddy, all right, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have George's diesel constant going around here. LJL wants to know if you like the New South Wales Railway, George. 6029. I do.
Yeah. Very nice.
Australian Angie. So DV Tech wants to know if anything is scheduled for your. Yeah, I don't think so. Not to my knowledge, DV Tech. Not to my knowledge, but I know that the Train Collectors Association is really trying to get a lot of things together where they can get that back online, because I know that there's a lot of people itching to go to train shows. I can tell you there's two right here that are itching to go to a train show. I think the first train show that we go to, George is going to spend like every last dollar that he's saved up, which is about 27 cents.
Spent it on the OGR form.
27 cents. George even bought boxes because he was so geeked up about trains. Jim's train sold in some boxes. George, I got some boxes I can sell you too.
But it's not the same.
I know. I'm pulling on your leg, George.
Okay.
I'm pulling on your leg.
Okay.
Okay.
Where are we gonna keep where are we gonna keep the big boy? We don't have a box for that. We have a chainsaw box for it.
Okay.
Where are we gonna keep all those cars on the floor over there?
I don't know. We've done just fine doing.
They've been on the layouts. Everything we don't have a box for is been on the layout and stayed on the layout. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
See?
All right. So, hey, he's from Humanities. Pivoting here, George. Calm down, George. It's all right. Says he's listening in the background and looks good with the new haircut. Or is that just George with long hair?
It's
Mullet Man George. Wesley says that that York is still on per the new TCA newsletter. So we're hoping to get out there to do that. NSW, C35 or C36, George?
C45.
So the Crazy 8 incident, George.
Crazy 8 incident.
What's the Crazy 8 incident?
Inspired the movie Unstoppable, actually.
So what is it?
It's Basically, it was a CSX SD4-2 with the number 8888. And the engineer, I don't know what happened. I think he just like jumped off the train and it was going for a long time and they couldn't stop it, and it got so bad that like they had helicopters chasing it, people like shooting at some switch by the fuel tank that would like shut the fuel off so the engine like,
They did that on the Crazy Eights, huh?
yeah. And finally some like
Let me just cut you off real quick because Clara's new around here and she's been participating in the chat. Thanks for coming by, Clara. Hope you had a great time. If you come back, we'll be on probably for another hour. And great to see you. We'll be back. We do this every Friday, 6 o'clock. This is our 98th stream. So thanks for hanging out today. So Crazy Eights, George, what do you say?
So anyways, yeah, and it was, I don't know, it was going for a long time. Finally some dude had to like run alongside the train and like
How'd they
get on
stop it? Oh, really?
They stopped it, yeah.
He was a fast runner. How fast was the train going?
It was going pretty fast. I don't know how he was able to get on. I think he was just like there, just like, I don't know. But it was going really fast, yeah. But that's what inspired the movie itself.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I mean, I knew about both of them, Unstoppable, and I knew about the Crazy Eights, but I didn't know that there was ties. Mr. Truck Dude says the engineer jumped off to switch a switch.
Just like an Unstoppable.
Right. So I'm confused, but this is a good question. Right? DB Tech says at Humanity Junction Model Railroad, what does DB stand for? And I want to know what DB from DB Tech stands for too. So everybody, and this is cool. Trainstorm Pure Marquette Productions says I want to make a custom HO CSX 8888.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Right? That would be cool. We got some a lot of love for that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and Trainstorm says he can't believe that they don't make models like that because they would sell like crazy.
People are sometimes very interesting.
I lost George. Whoa!
The train came off, but I don't know why.
Yep. Trainmaster 04 is here. Says hello, guys. How have y'all been? Also, have you heard of the Lionel products? No. But one of the things that I am going to tell you is that we are going to do when the catalog comes out, and I'm going to have to see if I can figure out something with the products because then I can get a step up on this. But Cross Anchors Railroad, and this is still coming together, but I'm just going to throw this out there so people can think about it and think about how cool this is going to be. On Cross Anchors Railroad stream, it's going to be me. It is going to be Nick from PGH, Train Fanatic, Cross Anchors Railroad, and it is going to be Deckman from Deckman Production. Us, four of us. We're going to get together and we're going to live stream going through our first look at the catalog. I just hope I don't make any strange noises, George. Oh, man. You know how I go crazy everything that comes out?
Homer.
I am a catalog foamer, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Nicholas Schnee says he thinks DB stands for Duschespan.
Is that like German?
Yep, sure is.
Is it like it sounds like
Sure is. Everybody's wondering what the DB stands for in DB Tech. Oh, you know what? Another one that I would like to see too.
But I think
I totally would like.
They probably don't have the rights to make it.
What's that? The AWVR. That would seem like a no-brainer. Somebody go out to get that. Everyone would want that engine. Someone's got one of those engines. Every time I see it, I'm like, I want that engine so bad.
I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. He's a really big O-scale YouTuber, and I'm just like not thinking of his name right now.
Yep.
Somebody's gonna say it. I'm gonna be really dumb, but I know exactly. He's a kid.
It's the guy who works at Strasbourg, right?
Yes, he works at Strasbourg. He drives the steam engines, or the ride-on steam engines.
Anyway, don't let you don't. You got to think about other things like who landed the space shuttle on the moon.
Neil Armstrong. No, it's Lance Armstrong.
Lance Armstrong landed the space shuttle on the moon. Yep. Trade. So Lionel accidentally leaked on their store website 2 new photos of the Vision Line Santa Fe 3000s. One in the war bonnet paint scheme and in the normal black with 3009. Oh, that's going to be nice. Hey, this is good news here. JD Stuck says he just joined the Discord. And he says they're happy to be on the stream sometime. Well, that's really cool. Can you do me a huge favor? And if there's a way I can reach out to you, I'd be glad to do that. But let me see if I got this banner here. Train Buds is our let's see here. Trainbuds@gmail.com. That's our email address that we use for the stream here. If you can do me a favor, just real quick, shoot me out an email, or if you've got your email address on your YouTube channel or something like that, just let me know and I'll look it up, because I think that would be a lot of fun to have you on the stream. I know that it would blow George's mind grapes. So
exploded.
Yep. Ooh, lots of talk going on here. Lost where I was at. Vision line. There we go.
Yeah, but I don't want to dude. Have you seen my modeling skills?
So, Mr. Truck, Max Railroad. That's what it is, George.
Ah!
Max Railroad. Wesley's Trains got you saved on that.
I knew that.
So, Mr. Truck dude's asking if we've got a line out 646. We don't have a 646. I've got a 2046 though, which is the same thing, just a different number. It's over in the other room. Maybe stick around. We'll run that one day. We've run that before in the stream. So yeah, Nicholas Schnee says that you can buy the AWBR decals on eBay.
Oh, I refuse.
Paint that up yourself, George. You know where else you can buy decals? Actually, the stickers. On Teespring, the link below. You buy yourself a GFW Train sticker.
Ooh, chakalaka.
Yeah. And Trainstorm is probably saying that the same way. Actually, before we get that, Brandon Ellison, do you think that no one has made a model of the CSX 8888 because they think the locomotive is cursed?
I probably think that CSX would be like, no, you can't make this.
Make something else, right?
Yeah. You can make 8887.
What Corey says, because it gave him a lot of bad press.
Exactly. Dude, I wonder what happened to that engineer. Oh, I feel bad for the
Probably
guy.
working in the car wash.
Anyways.
Cool. Well, thanks, JD. I see that you're sending an email. So Trainmaster says also for the leak, go to the Lionel. It's got to be the store website and search Vision GS and look for the Vision GS3.
Did you see? God, I forget what engine it was, but in the Lionel website, they did an error where they it was like the GS4, but they had the Santa Fe 3000 on the cover, like on the picture.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, Tim Sid and I were talking about that last night. I was like, oh my gosh, that's got to be like one of the funniest errors ever. And then we had a big talk about whether or not they're going to make the 3000 again. I really hope they do, because I would like to get one. And I know Tim's going to be like, yeah, there's one at Chicagoland Hobby, but yeah, I don't have $3,000.
Too much money. $3,000 for $3,000. That's why they call it the 3,000, because it costs $3,000. So that's a good one, George. And for everybody on the stream here, that's a good question. So the catalog's coming out. What would be your thing that you'd like to see in the upcoming catalog?
Class A. I want a super detailed Class A. I don't care if they don't have the rights to make it. I want a Class A.
Vision Line Class A?
No, it doesn't even have to be Vision Line.
Trainstorm
Class A, like the one over there.
Says that I'd love to see a Vision Line Berkshire. I bet they can buy that molding from somebody over there in China now.
China?
They don't have to steal it.
Molding
just have to buy it.
Molding for $1 million. You buy it for $1 million.
Actually, yeah. But so that's what you'd want, a Class A, right, George?
I would love a Class A.
I think that would be cool.
Like a super detailed Class A.
Right. Trainstorm says that he'd like to see a Vision Line Berkshire. Would that be cool?
It would be cool, but Lionel has already made a bunch of Berkshires. And I think the one unique part of the Vision Line series is they make stuff that isn't been ever produced. I mean, for example, the CC2 is a very good example. A very good example of that. I mean, the Big Boy was made before, but that's, Big Boy would be kind of dumb if they didn't do Vision Line Big Boy. But the 3000 class, the Centipedes, I mean, even though some of those paint jobs for the GG1, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I don't know. I don't think that the Berkshire would be a good candidate for the Vision Line series. I think that stuff like I mean, stuff that they haven't made before. For example, maybe like an NWZ class, stuff like that. Yeah.
So Corey says, I know it would never happen even if I had $1 million to fund it, but I'd want my proper D&H Northers.
Corey, you need to go on eBay and buy yourself a Line Master D&H Challenger. You have the curves for it on your layout, and that would be a perfect, like...
I'm with George. I think that's a no-brainer.
Okay, because Johnny let us borrow his, and holy moly,
so nice.
It's like amazing engine. It runs, it's
Beautiful runner.
Yeah.
Beautiful sound.
Exact same engine as that D&H one. I think you need to get one. I highly recommend it. I mean, you can find them on eBay for, expensive, but not like crazy expensive. And I think that they're like, it's a Delaware and Hudson locomotive, you know? What other Delaware and Hudson locomotive do you think they're gonna? I know of a couple, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. So, I don't know. I'm trying to think, George. If I could pick one locomotive that I'd have them make. I don't know. Of course, the Milwaukee Road E8s, but they've already made Milwaukee Road E8s. That's right up there at the top of my list of my favorites. Milwaukee Road E8s, and I love TG1s. They've made both of those.
Veranda turbine would be cool.
Oh, Veranda.
But they've made one, I think. A long time. Or no, there was a gas turbine. One of the two.
Right. So Colton says, what's up, boys? I'm back with one question. Out of the stuff you've seen on my layout, which one is the best? Colton, which one do you like the best out of all your stuff?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. Let us ponder that. Tell us what your favorite is.
He was talking about, he really badly wants Lionel GS6.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to him the other day last night actually about that. He wants a Lionel GS6, specifically the one in St. Louis.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. That's a very cool engine, and holy moly, that you don't understand the size of those until you get right up next to it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, gosh, yeah. There's one out there at the Illinois Railway Museum, speaking of that.
It's crazy how big it is compared to the Y6A they have there.
And that's big, too. That's taking nothing away from that engine.
Yeah.
In fact, the tender for that Veranda turbine is a big boy tender, isn't it?
Talking about the GS6.
Yeah. So I knew that. We're off. All right. Reset. So the GS6 is huge. The drivers are huge, too.
Correct. Yeah, the drivers are Oh, and by the way, the Veranda turbines had an oil tender. The Elko with the steam turbines, they had a big blow.
That's what they've got at
No, they had a big blow there.
Oh, they've got the blow.
The big blow.
Yes, I do that. So anyway.
Space shuttle.
Oh, stop it. Me and I think Ghost Ninja, we're talking about the GS6 4460, George.
Yes.
Everybody's talking that they need a job, a job, including Corey, who says that the reason why he doesn't buy it because he don't have enough money. I just saw it and I lost it. Darn it. Oh, there it is. It says, does Lionel make 040 switchers? They do. They've got that model that they're making of the K-Line one that we've got in the back.
Oh, they're making
040s, yeah. So LJL loves the foreign steam and says that he wants some Australian steam from Lionel. That would be cool.
Okay, I would think that would be cool. But first of all, Lionel now, they're making stuff to pre-order. You have to pre-order the engines.
Right,
I don't think that those Australian engines would get too much traction just because.
Relax.
Just because they're foreign engines. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, here's the 040. It's pretty sweet.
We've got a spot on the layout. Is it hitting a switch box there, George?
Yeah, the NNW SD7 keeps coming off. It's not hitting the box. It's centering the switch.
You can't see it over here, but on the layout, we've got our diesels. They keep stopping because they're coming off the track and it's driving George crazy. Little ticks with George to get him going. Ours trains as
That and squeaking, man.
Squeaking.
Squeaking.
Let's see here. Keith from Humanity says that he wants a Conrail GG1 bicentennial. I'll get on that. That's a pretty sweet one right there. That is a pretty sweet one. And that 040 uses is made in the Lion Chief line. Speaking of Lion Chief, George and I got our first Lion Chief set this week. In fact, that was the one that we were talking about, or not our first Lion Chief set, but our first Lion Chief engine. This is the one that George had the epic fail on. George and I, we was brand new. Hadn't even been taken out of the box yet. I got it, came through in the mail. And George was doing all of these crazy histrionics as he was opening up the box because he was excited. And I get that. And something happened. The box went over his shoulder. I heard him slam. The trim was still in the box, so I was all right with that because I knew that it's a little 080 here, soon to be the next GFW Trains engine. We're gonna get that thing painted up and make that into the next GFW Trains engine. Little 080 yard goat there. Bluetooth. That was on film. But anyway, it hit the ground, and I heard George was just leaning down. I knew something was down. George ripped the box in half as it was going down. So, yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, man. So George, talk about that real quick here.
So basically, hold on, let me get the A44 back on.
All right. So Trainmaster says also Lionel did make a TMCC UP veranda, but they never followed up with a legacy version. I should know since I did a product review of that. Yeah, that's a cool one. I'd really like to get that one day. Trainstorm says that Lionel needs to make a movie-accurate Polar Express with a sunken headlight being one example. Interesting. That would be a good one. LJL says 3801. So ours, Corey, what's going for 540? Is that the Challenger?
Yeah, the Challenger.
Yep. That's what you need to check this for that one, man. Train Dude wants to know if you have any H.O. Bachman, Thomas, and friends, George.
I do not. I have a bunch of eyes in blue box though.
Yep. So Train Fan 120, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to
You have one job, George. One job. Welcome to the stream.
going on?
Just going all over the place here. Oh my gosh. I'm not Train Fan 120. Welcome to the stream. George got you whistling. It says, "Did I see a George Bush behind that big boy?" Most certainly do. Yep, we got the George Bush 4141 behind there. The big boy, and the Nicholas Schnee wants to know if he should get a Mahano GG1 or a Riverossi GG1. What's the GG1 that you have, George?
I think it's an AHM.
Oh, okay. So it's neither one of those.
Yeah.
Ours, for those of you who don't know, Kari at Ours Trains, you might not have figured it out by the logo, but he's a D&H fan, so everyone's always throwing out to him what he should get. So RS11's in your destiny, huh? Yes. So Ravenhawk's in the house. Good to see you, Ravenhawk. I'm going to pretend that was a whistle for you because George. All right, good. It was. So Ravenhawk's got the Conrail GG1 and loves it. No, I'm jealous. High jealousy. Tell us about that one. Is that who makes that one? Is it a scale one? From what I recall, but my recollection is rather dim on that. Is that that I don't know. Tell us about that one. So. Steven's got to go. Thanks for coming by, Steven. We'll
See you, Steven.
John Kuzma says that you're running your trains at a scale mile an hour of 900.
Okay, yes, but when I have to stop the train and go all the way back, I'm not. And then it goes backwards, and then try to stop it, it goes forwards. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you think after like the first time that you've done that you'd figure it out.
It's hard.
Didn't mean that. Avon says, I'll be back. All right. Oh, we still got that train buds band around there. Let's see, I gotta take that down. Oh, I want to take that down.
You do?
Look, watch. All right. So, got some people coming, got some people going. If you're staying, hanging out with us, thanks. Welcome. If you're just showing up, welcome. I'm Wally. This is George. We're GFW Trains. Actually, he's GFW Trains. I'm just the guy that drives GFW Trains everywhere, right, George?
Not soon.
So what we got going on tomorrow morning, George?
We got the premiere for GFW Trains. Yes.
The premiere from the video, right?
Yes.
Great big rolling railroad.
Yes. Pretty cool video. I saw it today. Amazing. Get to see a couple new engines, not to mention one that you guys haven't even seen or talked about at all. And you guys are normally pretty good about, like, noticing this. So, yeah.
Noticing what, George?
The engine that we brought out.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's kind of being hidden.
No.
There we go. Not hidden right now. So the one that Ravenhawk has on the GG1, it's the Vision Line one. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. A lot of GG1 love right now. And for all of you out there that don't know, the GG1's my favorite engine. That is my favorite engine.
Oh, Nicholas Snee said the River Aussie one's an amateur one. I actually have that one. That's pretty cool. It's got the catenary. You can run it through the catenary and stuff like that. I think it's got directional lighting, so pretty cool. I suggest the River Aussie one. I got two GG ones. I like the River Aussie one better, although I really like it. So sad. I don't have an issue with it. What's up?
So I didn't know that. So the one that's the Conrail one says it's accurate to the real 4800 as it is the riveted body. To me, it was a natural choice to get that one when the Vision Line GG1s were announced.
He's also got the Santa Fe 3000 that was weathered.
Nice.
It's pretty solid.
Nice. LGL wanted me to read his last comment, but I can't find your last comment, buddy. So put it up again if you would. I can't find it here. Scrolling through. Let's see here. Mr. Truck Dude? It's your mini bike, huh? That's pretty cool. So, well, that'd be cool if you can come to the premiere, because I think that it's a cool video. It's really short, so I think it's only about 2.5 minutes long. It's actually a music video called "Great Big Rolling Railroad."
All right. Our strength is a really big question. Top 3 favorite post-war accessories. Do they have to be post-war? But I'll name some post-war ones. Ready? I like the log loader. The log loader is pretty cool. Personally, I like the American Flyer one the best, though, because that's what I had on my layout. I think that we're gonna think about this one a little bit. I don't know. I like the log mill or the sawmill. Yeah, that one's pretty
Gantry
cool.
crane is awesome.
Oh yeah,
Gantry crane's a
3
no.
right there. If I had to go with any like modern ones, the MTH Rail King Middletown Station, people that go down there, that's my favorite. Because when I was little,
Stare at that. Go out, up, come down. Where'd they go?
there they are.
I don't know. Here they are. Yeah. So, as you were talking about that, we got an EJ&E spot, heritage spotted today. Where'd you see that, Railhawk Racer? By the way, welcome to the stream. There we go. I used to live by the EJ&E, so that's one of my favorites. I went to Elgin High School of the Elgin Joliet and Eastern fame.
And they taught them the spellings.
They taught me the spellings there at the
The
Elgin High
friends that
School.
taught them the laws.
Valparaiso has taught me laws. Oh gosh. So everyone's laughing on those Bluetooth engines. There's kind of on and off. Those are the two speeds that it's got, right?
It does, literally. You can't like go slow or else it won't run. This is basically the same as this. And when you try and stop it, your natural like movement is to go all the way back, but then it just goes full speed backward, and then you try and stop it by going like that, and it's just the same thing over and over.
It's got to get used to the remote control. So ours train says his favorites are the culvert loader and unloader and the gantry train, and then probably the
Gateman. Oh, that's
the culvert loader and unloader are good, but only when they're working. Only when they're working, because when they get off, they're tough ones to have. So J Sex says if I can't make it, I'll rewatch it while working on my layout later this weekend. Right on, man. I appreciate that. So it's a fun little one. We've got you can kind of see some of the Union Pacific theme we got going around here. Going on around here, and in the video, I've used. Well, you'll see it. It's great. It's great. Come by and check it out, everybody. So I made that last night. Stayed up a little bit too late. So Ravenhawk, waiting for his next Vision Line model to come in, and I've ordered the brass hybrid Southern Pacific GS1.
Oh, really? Tim and I were talking about that the other day. That's a really cool engine, just because it's cool to see like a GS class locomotive without the streamlining on it. You know what I'm saying?
Good. Ravenhawk's also fired up, saying he's going to the hobby shop to get something big. I've been itching to get something big too.
Me too.
Yeah, what are you itching to get?
I don't know, whatever you want. I will encourage the purchase.
Oh gosh. Bilko is in the house. Our good friend, one of my best friends in the world, Bill Kubernis. He's my train bud. Yeah, he's here.
He taught me how to drive a live steam locomotive.
Yes, he did. Says, hey there, fellas. Just checking in, looking good in our matching GFW Trains hoodies. And for those of you that are just checking out, we've got GFW Trains merch if you want to buy it.
Yes.
We got stickers. We got mugs. We got pillows. We got shirts. We got sweatshirts. We got sweatshirts that says that we're here at GFW Trains where we talk about
everything
but mostly trains, which we forgot to say at the beginning of the video. Did you? I thought you just said, hey guys! This is George at the beginning of the video. Ready? We're going to watch it. Hey guys! Welcome to another train stream.
Not bad.
Hey, this is what you should say. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm George, and welcome to another episode of GFW Trains.
That's boring!
We talk about everything, but mostly trains.
Am I Bob Ross? No!
We are going to make our pity. Light black and dark white.
Dark.
Oh gosh. So LJL says, would you like me to draw a GFW Trains logo with the SP cab forward?
Yes.
That would blow George's mind, dude. Would blow his mind. But Trainmaster, thanks for stopping by. Check out his videos if you haven't already. He's going to be doing a review, so we'll see you around the roundhouse, buddy. Ours Train says, Wally, don't worry, I'm going to get a gantry train. Any recommendations? Yes, I do. I do have a huge recommendation on that one. So, Corey, what you need to do is you need to get the Gargraves gantry train track. I know you don't have Gargraves, but Gargraves has you can make the Gargraves into the whatever you've got. And they've got a track where you can run the gantry train back and forth on the track. And not only that, but you can also, I know this doesn't necessarily fit into your, like the post-war stuff, but it doesn't look out, it won't look out of place. They make a TMCC version of that gantry train that you can actually not only move up and down, the gantry stuff,
Right.
It'll drive back and forth.
And it's using the post-war molding. I'm not sure if it's using the post-war molding, but it looks very similar to the post-war one. Yeah, I think it's really cool. Although
Randall's got a really solid recommendation on an accessory. That's what I was looking for. Brains is not working very good.
Elgin
says Gabe the Lamplighter is a really cool one. For those of you who don't know, Gabe the Lamplighter is a S-gauge accessory, an American Flyer accessory that they brought out in O-gauge too. And that's a really neat one. And it's a cool one where a little guy goes up, steps on a lamplighter, then turns on the lights on the top of the lamplighter.
Is his name Gabe?
I think his name is George. George the Lamplighter. TV Tech says, I like my gateman, but would like to get a log loader too. Too bad you don't live closer, Corey. I've got a coal ramp. I don't know what to do with. I'd give it to you if you live closer here. It'd be a bear to ship. But I've got an old Lionel coal ramp, and we had it on George's old layout. I don't ever see me ever using that coal ramp again, and it's a hard one to store. If I stored it or tried to do something with it, but that's another real cool accessory, that coal ramp, isn't it, George? For the that you might.
I never actually got to see that work. That accessory.
Right.
Yeah, it was on my layout for the longest time, but I never got to see it work. That and the I've seen the.
You just don't remember seeing it work.
Okay. I never got to see it work. I've never seen one work.
Well, that's too bad. Maybe I'll get one to go. Get that one going for your Christmas layout next year on the floor. That'd be cool. So Annette wants to know, Antoinette, that's my sister for those of you that are tuning in for the first time. She wants to know what time the premiere is tomorrow. It's at 10 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock a.m. Central. We've got the Great Big Rolling Railroad GFW Trains premiere. It's going to be good. So Randall wants the Elgin Joliet Eastern ET44AC suit. I've got an Elgin Joliet Eastern boxcar somewhere. I think that's the only Elgin Joliet Eastern stuff. I would think that's an engine that's at the top of my list too. An Elgin Joliet Eastern diesel, just because that's one that I saw all the time growing up. That one in Milwaukee Road, I saw a lot of Milwaukee roads. I lived right off the Milwaukee Road main line. So that's one of the cool things about living in Illinois. There's trains everywhere here, especially in the Chicagoland area. There's trains everywhere. And I grew up by two really famous railroads. The main line for the EJ&E and the main line for the Milwaukee Road. Both Milwaukee Road was within blocks of my house. The EJ&E was just really short distance away, a couple miles. So let's see. Colton the Rail Fan. I'm not sure what he's saying in here, but it says, also, can someone ask me a question because I want it? Colton wants to answer a question. Bilko's favorite accessory is the American Flyer coal loader, then the Lionel Gateman, and the pre-war Gateman, the one that when he comes out, he goes. That's why I says, Kyle. Gus Hadley's here. And says, hey, got me one today, running switcher and steam locomotive. Well, that's pretty cool.
Barry.
Ravenhawk. Voodoo Doll.
Hey.
I don't know if I like that one. I don't know if I
I
like
tried to convince Mom to buy the Amtrak Vision Line one last night.
Yeah?
And, she was okay with it until I told her the price. And, yeah. So, if we ever get one, say we got a really good deal on it.
Right. Oh, guy, way behind on the comments here talking about what's going on. Real Toy Trains in the house. What's up, Train fam? Good to see you, Real Trains. We don't make bad mistakes, just happy derailments. George Ross. I like that.
I'm cool with that one. And George Ross, is that what you want to do? Is that what you want me to do?
Yes, George Ross. Bilko's saying, did I miss something? What's that car on the top of the conductor hat? Well, that's a new one in the stream here. George introduced it the last time out, but it is a really, really cool one. Stu Rankin, a friend of ours from the Train Collectors Association, as a patron of George, and made George a custom boxcar right there.
Boom, his very first custom boxcar, actually. And he did a really good job on it.
Stu's very first custom boxcar, yeah. Fantastic.
Well, look at that. Very nice. This is made in America.
Yes, sir.
That's what it said on the box. Very vibrant about it.
So, I'm way behind on my comments here. Sorry, but Corey, yes, the modern gantry crane does move. I'm gonna try and catch up everybody here. Sorry about that. We got happy little derailments, George.
Happy little derailments.
And Gus, that gave the lamplighter was a pretty cool one. To get. It's a neat little accessory. Everyone really likes that one. Everyone, I imagine Holly holding on their paintbrush. Oh my gosh. So, Mr. Truck Dude says, have you ever seen a Rocky Mountain Railroad layout, George?
Not, no. Yes, I have seen a Rocky Mountain Railroad.
Why don't you explain what it is, George, that you've seen, and where they can see it?
So my grandpa's layout is based in the Rocky Mountains. And you can see it on the, we did a couple of videos on it. I think for 2,000 subscribers, we did a video on his layout, which was really, really cool. We've done a couple other ones since then. We did a Polar Express on that layout, and holy moly, was that a cool, like,
Oh, that was a neat video, wasn't it?
That train is just, like, in heaven there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that, yeah, it was really, really cool. But yeah.
Welcome back, Devon. So yeah, I would like to see an EJ&E from Lionel too. So that's probably one up at the top of my list. And they were saying that they called the railroad the J. That's right. So yeah, Grandpa was just checking in, saying the GFW videos, Rocky Mountains, are on. Why don't you take the train that's coming off the track off that consist? Oh gosh. So Trainstorm says that we need conductor hats. George, what do you think?
No, not wearing conductor hat.
You know, I don't know when we're going to do some scenery. We're going to do some scenery. As you can see, I don't know if you've followed or how long you've been following GFW trains, but we've been slowly getting the back painted in. My mom's been doing the scenery on the back, the painting. And before we put any scenery on the layout, we were going to try and get that back painted on so we don't have to deal with that in terms of scenery. We have kind of, admittedly, hit a point of the railroad where
Got no room.
well, not only that, but we've stopped. The trains are operating on it. Every time we're down here doing something, we're operating trains instead of working on the layout. So, yeah. What do you think, George? GFW trains conductor hats?
That'd be cool, but I wouldn't wear one. I got this one. But yeah.
So John Kuzma says that has to confess standard gauge beyond a certain era I find quite boring. Yeah. I like all that standard gauge there. So, yep. So, oh yeah, and Bill correctly points out that Stu is the current president-elect of the Train Collectors Association, and he'll be the president at the end of July, and he's the one that made that boxcar for George. So, thank you.
He's also a Patreon.
He is. He's a Patreon sponsor of GFW Trains. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon sponsor, there's a link down below. Check that out. Sign up. George, I should be doing some stuff for those Patreon sponsors. How shouldn't you, George?
Should be, yeah.
So, but for Patreon sponsors, we'll do some private live streams with them, get them on, have some discussions, some chats, see which angle we want to go with the trains, but we've got a couple different levels of sponsors. Check it out. Check it out. George wants to talk anymore, so he's got the 1218 crank.
I thought it was going to crash into those passenger cars.
Right. So, okay.
But yeah, they're one of my favorite excursion steam engines right there. 1218, baby.
Right. And the J was a busy railroad. Not as busy it is right now. The CN bought it, and they're just running trains like crazy on that old railroad. For those of you who don't know, the J was a railroad that went around Chicago rather than going through Chicago, Elgin, Joliet, and Eastern. And it was recently bought by the Canadian National. And it used to be a railroad that didn't have very many trains that ran on that. Now the Canadian National just runs on that thing like it's a super highway. And it's got a lot of crossings that weren't necessarily set up for lots of trains to go through. And I know the spot out by where my parents live, there are a lot of trains that come through, and they come through very slowly all of the time. And when you get stuck at a crossing gate on the J, bad news.
Boy.
Bad news. Yep.
Weird. It's even got like that old style, like, jumping.
1218, the one that George's got right there. That's our very first TMCC engine that we had.
Articulated.
First articulated, first TMCC engine. And that was the first one to get us rolling on actual TMCC. Got it out at York, brought it home. Well, I love that one. I saw that a couple of times before we bought it. I saw that one in the Mike's Train House one, and I just thought that was so cool. That huge tender with the box in the back. The fireman, I don't know what you call that little box in the back.
Doghouse.
The doghouse, right. Yeah, with the doghouse. And I wanted that one, so we saw one at York for a relatively good price, brought it home, got it going. And before that, can you imagine this? We didn't have TMCC on either my layout or my dad's layout.
The high track?
Right. Yep. So, Grandpa, coming in, I think it's not EK, but the EJ ran from Roundout Interchange with the Milwaukee Road to Gary, Indiana, and was owned by United States Steel.
Gary, Indiana. Pretty,
Sure. LJL sent me an email the other day. George wants to do a live stream together. I wrote you back, LJL. I don't know if you wanted to do the live stream on your channel, but we'd love to go to your channel and do a live stream, right, George?
That's
That'd
right.
be fun. I would think that would be fun. So, Mr. Truck Dude.
Have you ever seen a narrow gauge line?
Yeah, out in I have out west. We've done a couple of narrow gauge lines out west. I'm trying to think if you've been to any narrow gauge lines.
Mom once, mom and grandpa.
Yeah.
But I don't. I live in Colorado, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. No, it's not. Never mind. I don't think so.
Right. The Durango and Silverton is the one that I remember. Little narrow gauge one out there. And the Cumbraes in Voltec, that's another one. I think that's a narrow gauge one as well. The Georgetown Loop, of course. That's what you need to go to. Right.
Isn't the one in Hawaii too?
Oh, the sugar cane chain, the Lahaina and Kaanapali and Pacific. The other day I was trying to find a Lahaina and Kaanapali and Pacific. Lahaina, Kaanapali and Pacific shirt.
Hawaiian one?
What's that? Yeah, it was a Hawaiian train shirt. Yeah. So Ravenhawk, I agree with you. That 1218 is a beautiful engine, and in fact, George is a big Norfolk Southern guy. I don't necessarily mind Norfolk and Southern, but I don't get all crazy about Norfolk and Southern because I think it's a shame what they did to 1218. When they ever actually had that up and going and were rolling that as a steam program, and it's my understanding that the Norfolk Southern shut that down and shut that down in a big way so that people know that they weren't going to try and get back into steam anymore. And accordingly, from what I understand, they were restoring the 1218, and they stopped restoring the 1218, and they stopped restoring it in a situation where it would be really difficult to get it restored again.
Although after yesterday, I learned a lot of new things about the Norfolk and Southern that the Norfolk and Southern probably doesn't want you to know.
Oh yeah, where'd you learn that stuff, George?
Across Anchor Street, man.
Really?
Yeah, we have a Kilted Railroad. He works for the Norfolk and Southern. He said that on a lot of their older models, the toilets are basically a garbage bag over like a seat.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Did you say those were the old ones though?
Old, like tier 3 stuff.
Oh man, yikes. So I like what Corey says here. If there's a Georgetown Railroad, don't you think that there should be a Wallyville loop?
I think, yeah, that'd be pretty cool, actually.
Right on. So Lance Boyle's in the house. Welcome to the stream, Lance. Glad you're coming by. Glad you're hanging out. Yeah, so Ravenhawks confirming what I said, that 12-18 was in the middle of the regional when they shut it down. So
they aren't that way anymore, but they were like in the Southern Valley. It's talking about the kids.
Oh, right. George. I like this, George. I like the way Corey thinks. I don't need a Plastickville, we need a Wallyville. Wally Vision. What do you think of that?
Wally Vision! I like that.
Wally Vision.
As long as I can get the trains for free.
LJO was on and says, read my last comment. We'll see what we can do about trying to get a stream together, LJO. We've got the 100th stream around the corner here. We're trying to get some big things up for the stream. But yes, love to have you on. We can talk about some foreign trains, and you can get us educated on that. Maybe I know you want to be on yourself, but Anfield Layout in the Loft, Lee over there from Great Britain was asking about being on our show again too, and I know that you guys had a pretty cool connection when you were on here, so maybe we can work something out with that. My problem is, and I apologize to everybody, is that during the week it's really hard for me to make plans and invest a lot of time into all of the logistics for the show. Generally, I probably should spend a little bit more time doing that, but I do what I can do. And the last time that I tried to put some people on was a really, really good friend of mine, and it just went sideways really bad. So I still have some. I think it was the worst stream that I've ever done, and I still haven't hit my stomach for that because it was one of my really, really good friends. John Kuzma, getting back to narrow gauge, says his favorite narrow gauge is I've never heard of this one, the Carson Tahoe Fluming and Lumber Company, number 1 in Glenbrook, currently housed at the Nevada State Railroad Museum in Carson City.
That is a long name.
I think my dad drove a train. No, I forget what railroad my dad drove the 844 at. My dad drove the 844, if you guys didn't know that.
Nevada Northern.
Nevada Northern Railroad. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
One of the two. I get them mixed up. There's a narrow gauge railroad called the Nevada Southern. And there's another, well, I'm not sure, but there's 2 Nevada railroads out there. One of them's the Nevada Northern, the other one's the Nevada Southern, and one's a narrow gauge railroad, and then the other one is or it might be standard gauge, but they're like, one of them's like a tourist railroad with steam engines and stuff like that, and the other one is a railroad machine. My grandpa drove the 844.
Gotcha.
So I get them too confused.
Gotcha. So yeah, Mr. Truck Dude brings a big point up, and I've forgotten to say that we've had a lot of people on here, but we don't have very many likes. So please, if you haven't already, smash that like button for us. Hit that like button. George, you're gonna have to remember some of that too. Hitting up some of the public service announcements. Hit that like button. Smash that like button. Hit the Patreon. Hit the Discord. George is so excited about it, he doesn't even talk. He just nods his head. Yeah. So Lance Boyle's asking if George is getting taller. I'm sorry, Lance. He is getting a little bit taller, but he looks a lot bigger because it's forced perspective right now. Forced perspective.
Oh, yeah?
It's like when you hold out. Yes. Whenever I catch a fish, I get a picture of my fish. I always hold it like this, way out, so it looks much bigger. So like, which is the bigger controller? So I'm sitting behind George. So it's funny. It is forced perspective. So George, don't think that you're getting bigger than me. That's all I want to say.
Well, the doctor said I was 5'9", so.
Ooh, man, I'm 5'10" and a half. You're not trying hard enough. You got to get taller than the old man.
I have to go up in the pull-up bar and just say,
Nicholas Schnees says he wants to make a red rocket, George. Some foam wings. Woo! Yeah. And then Matt, who's watching, says that it was the Nevada Southern Railroad that they went to.
Okay, so the Nevada Northern's the steam tourist railroad.
Yep. Yep. Trainstorm says, Wally, your personal life is more important than the channel. Don't worry about a video getting delayed. Right? All right. Good life advice. Good life advice.
He's got 2 inches with the hair. The hair it's pretty matted down right now.
So Bill was asking, and I haven't. So he's asking, have you guys been watching the update on the restoration of the Mark Twain Zephyr? They're making great progress. I didn't, and I didn't even think about looking at that. Thanks for bringing that up. I've seen that Mark Twain Zephyr, and they brought it up to Wisconsin, and they're restoring it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, wasn't it that railroad that we drove past on the way to Boundary Waters?
Yes. Yep. So they was down in St. Louis. Actually, it was down the road from our house in Minooka for a long time. Somebody bought it in St. Louis and was sitting in St. Louis. They trucked it up from St. Louis to Wisconsin, and somebody's putting a bunch of money in there to make that or making the where was I going? This I lost my thought. I'm trying to do too many things.
Gone.
See what I did there? I lost my train of thought.
So
anyway, Mark Twain Zephyr is what I was talking about. They're restoring that. So Bill's brings up a good point about that. So all right, check that out.
I think when we started this, I was about 5.
No, he's saying there's 59 likes.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding. What?
When we started, I was like 5'4".
5'4". He's got 4 inches. You've seen him grow 4 inches. And another 2. Look, his hair. 5 inches. Oh, 5. I'm getting
Elgin education.
I was born in the Elgins. So John Kuzma says, wait, there is no Nevada Southern. You're probably thinking of the Virginian truck. That's the only other tourist line in Nevada. Nope.
It's Nevada Northern.
Yeah.
Dirt and DJ. Oh, DJ must be new. I know because I follow them. Their Instagram. It's like the old Eli Railroad. I think it's their Instagram, but they have some really cool steam engines that they run there. And I think so. Basically, what the story is it was a mining railroad and it ran up until like the 90s, I think, and then they went out of business, or it might be like the 80s, 70s, in that time era. And they went bankrupt, and so the state of Nevada took over the railroad, and there was or it might be the town of Eli, one of the two. Anyways, so basically, there's a group of train enthusiasts that were also engineers, and they noticed that there was this warehouse full of these old like steam engines that were in really good condition because they had been used. It's like, hey, can we make a tourist railroad out of this? And so I think the state of Nevada or whoever owned it gave them, I think, like a couple miles of this trackage.
Right.
And they restored the engines and they still run there. And actually, the coolest part about it too is I think there's like hundreds of miles of just abandoned tracks going through ghost towns and stuff like that. I think the reason I know, I followed their Instagram, and then Toyman Television did a video on this railroad and all the abandoned, and he went to some of the abandoned stations and stuff like that. And I fell in love with it. And actually, if you want to, you can buy a town on the Nevada Northern Railroad. It's abandoned, but it's Curry, Nevada.
There we go. Change that to Wallyville.
Wallyville. There you go.
Right. Otisville.
Did you
guys ever see Superman? The original Superman with Christopher Reeve. So Otis is Lex Luthor's right-hand man. And Lex Luthor has this plan where he's going to buy all of this land and have nuclear missiles hit the San Andreas Fault, so all of the land in California falls into the ocean, and his land is then going to become the coastland. And on the map, he's going through all this stuff, and he sees Otisville, which is got the town that his friend made. But the Mark Twain Zephyr is at the Wisconsin Great Northern Railroad, George.
Oh, that's cool.
Wouldn't that be cool to buy a railroad?
Heck yeah.
Yep.
And Warren Buffett.
Yep.
Although if I owned a railroad, it would go bankrupt in a couple of days. I just buy new engines.
Yep. So Lance Boyle's asking about that daylight, George. Why don't you tell Lance about that daylight?
So the daylight is the Lionel Legacy version. It's the version before the Vision Line one. So it's the one with the really dark drivers, and it's really cool. We've had it for, it's new to us. I think we've had it since would you say July, June, around then.
Yep.
And really, really cool engine. We got
nice
the passenger
sound system.
upstairs.
Nice deep sound system. And I'm with you. I love that whistle. And the one thing about that one is that that's different than the Vision Line one, from what I understand, is that it matches up. It matches the cars that it came out with. So we've got a set of cars for that too. So LJL's favorite rail, narrow gauge road is the East Broad Top or the Jarling Himalayan Railway. Ooh, that one's got one there.
No,
So
this is the Nevada Northern's a thing. I know for a fact it's a thing. Hold on. Where's...
Hey, look who we got here. Timothy Pesca. We haven't seen him around. How you doing, Timothy? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging out. So, talking back here, Russ Resman checked in. He says it's good to see a father and son spending time together running trains.
Oh, no.
My son was excited about them when he was little, but now that he's 18, he absolutely has no interest in trains.
Nevada, I'm not sure if you can see that too well, but it says the Nevada Northern Railroad. And,
yeah, check it out. It's a neat railroad out there. But Russ, George, and I sure have a good time with trains. And you know what? The stay at home for us has been a kind of a stinker time in terms of what's going on and the inability to do a lot of things. But it's also been a really nice bonding time for my son and I. We've bonded over these trains. We were into trains a lot before that, but we've been slowly putting this layout together, probably emphasis on slowly these days. But also we've been doing the live stream, which is and trying to blow up GFW trains on YouTube, which has really been fun because it's opened doors. It's opened a lot of doors to new friends for not only myself, but for George as well. George has met a lot of really nice new friends through the live stream here and then back through the Discord. Why don't you talk a little bit about the Discord, George?
So the Discord is basically a chance for us it's an opportunity for everybody that's in the live stream to continue talking even after we're not doing the live streams. And so basically once we're done with the live stream, we can transfer over there to talk about trains with many people. It's a really cool forum on letting people like interact with each other per se. And yeah, pretty neat place. Yeah.
Right on. Corey's back with another question, George. You won the Powerball tonight. What's the first locomotive you'd buy?
That I don't have?
No. What's the first locomotive that you buy? You just won the Powerball. No parameters on it. You won the Powerball.
39.85.
39.85. Bam. You get a Challenger. Just like that.
The 39.85.
Oh, you buy the 39.85.
Yeah, they're not using it, so be like, yeah. I would gladly take that off your hands. You can put it into the Steam program for the Union Pacific, you know, and it would be the GFW Challenger.
Nice. GFW Challenger would get the... Alco would even work on it, right?
Oh, there you go.
Let's see here. Timothy Pesca's wondering how you're doing. We haven't seen you around. We're doing great. Having a good time. Hopefully we'll catch you when the weather gets better out there at Prairie State. Or at a trade show sometime too, right? Bernsey has a question. As Wally is the GG1 expert. I'm not a GG1 expert, but I do love my GG1s. So, what Pennsylvania Railroad paint scheme of Pennsylvania Railroad GG1s was the freight version? That's a good question. I would say it was, I don't know, Tuscan solid stripe? Tuscan? Yeah. Maybe it's, yeah, I'd say Tuscan solid stripe. Let's see if I'm right. So LJ wants to know how old you are, George.
15 years
15 years old right there.
A GG1 that's brown and green. What is it?
Tuscan or Brunswick?
Not bad. The big blow and the gas turbine, or the steam turbine.
Oh gosh, yes. Train Storm says, and I love this. This is what makes me feel good. And thank you for saying this, Train Storm. Says y'all's daily streams are what introduced me to your channel, and I've loved hanging with you guys. Keep up the amazing work. That makes me feel good that you say that. I really enjoy it. That people are enjoying our conversation and enjoy hanging out with us. Because there's sometimes I don't think George enjoys hanging out with me, but I just make him.
Art, if I buy a railroad, you'll be my vice president. You'll be in charge of this team program. Just don't cancel it.
Ooh, that's a good one. Ravenhawk says, what is everybody running while they're watching the stream? Ravenhawk's got his Red Norfolk Southern 8520 that he got from Dackman. Now, that's pretty cool. He's got it lashed up with some other stuff. What other people have got?
I got the Daylight, and the 1218 was running, but I kind of stopped it because it's kind of loud.
So Burnsy's following up the question about the GG1, saying that the solid stripes were the freights and the 5 stripes were the passengers. I'm going to dive into that one. So Ravenhawk says green was more for the freight colors.
Brunswick.
Brunswick green was more of the freight colors for Pennsylvania Railroad Power. But I know that the GG1s, and I don't know if it flopped over, but the GG1s that pulled the passenger trains, or at least most of them that I see pictures of, were green. Yeah. So Train Fan wants to know when you turn 16. You turn 16 next month.
I turn 16 in May, so like 5 more months from now.
Okay, and the 5 stripe schemes were the early schemes, and the single stripe came around in the later years. So you and George are about the same age. You and Timothy are about the same age. It's just a year younger, so you're out driving these days, huh? LGL wants to know why you use the Alco logo.
Because it's cool.
Yeah, I really like the Alco logo. I think I saw it one day on, I think I saw it actually on Corey's, like in the background of something that Corey was doing. He was showing something.
Yeah, I think he had a sign.
And I was like, I love that logo. I love that logo. So I was trying to figure out a way to incorporate it. And so like, all right, bring that in, make that into a GFW train. Into the GFW trains logo. So, yep. So, Lance says, I think the neatest item at the Nevada State Railroad Museum is a restored McKean motor car. Well, what's that? We don't know it here. So, yep. LJL showing some Ravenhawk love there. He's always got some neat stuff. Ravenhawk must have an amazing collection, because every time I see him talking, he's at his workbench. He's got this magic thing. I think he's like a magician.
Yeah,
like
pulls it up.
Ravenhawk, street magician. Oh,
yeah, he takes it out of his coat.
right. He's like a magician. Illusions. Trade illusions.
Yeah, like the other day, we're talking about the F69, right? We're talking about it. He just pulls up this like cab of an F69 no scale. I was like,
Ravenhawk, trade illusions. Right here. Yeah. So Burnsy's running his Legacy K4 pulling freight, and his Pennsylvania Railroad M1 pulling a coal drag.
Which one?
Oh, got 2 M1s, right. Also got my dad's Pennsylvania Railroad S1 pulling my Liberty Limited. And lots of Pennsylvania running there. Pennsylvania Freak Flag Fly, as they say over there across anchors. LGL 16, so stay off the road. Train storm. Everybody around here is 15, 16-year-old, right about the same age as you, George. So, cross anchors says Grace Steam. We'll see you around, buddy. All right. You're
By the
right.
way, TTLY means talk to you later.
I thought it meant talk. Yeah. Talk to you later. I knew that. Lance Boyce is running my Lionel Rail Grand Yankee. Ooh, that's a cool one. So Lance, tell us about that other the engine that you like over there at the museum. See, Train Fans running his Walther's mainline 4141 pulling the flag baggage car. Now that's one I'd like to get. After we've gotten those other MTH cars, I'm kind of bummed when we had the opportunity to get that flag baggage car. We didn't buy the flag baggage car.
Kind of a dumb move for us. I wonder if they still got it there. I doubt it, but
Yeah. Hey, another one of my favorite names in all of YouTube. Go Veer, go home. How's it going? We're doing great. We're having a fun time here, talking some trains, playing some trains. Welcome. Hey, I've been watching a couple of the live streams that you guys are doing over there. Really loving your live streams. Really enjoy what you guys are doing over there. So Rock on, man. I'm glad you could make it over here and hang out with us for a little while. So, what was the Frankenstein and Go Via Go Home are my two favorite YouTube names. Frankenstein,
Yeah, go via or go home.
Go Via or Go Home. That's solid.
Yes.
That is solid. So Colton's out. See you around the roundhouse, Colton. Thanks. Raven, let's see here. Raven Ox is my personal favorite piece at that museum is the X Amtrak SDP-40F. Also, I'm not a magician. I just have a lot of stuff out. They need shelves.
No.
I
Okay.
think it's not a magic. It's not magic, George. They're illusions.
So the other day, since we're talking about SD, or we're not talking about it, I'm bringing it up. So I was watching one of Amtrak Guy 365's videos, right? And he did one on the SDP-40F. And so basically, for the longest time, I thought that the only surviving SDP-40F was the magic one at that railroad museum, right? Well, apparently, there is the two prototypes of the SDP-40 Max in at the Amtrak test track in I'm gonna say it and I'm gonna sound really dumb. But so basically there's three surviving SDP-40Fs, and I could find barely any pictures of the other two, but they're actually really cool. They're in like this weird they're still in the EMD paint scheme, which is kind of cool. And but they're like super modified apparently to look at.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Welcome, Lackawanna Railman. Good to have you here. JD Stuck's in the house, and JD Stuck says, I've got my new big boy testing out the lower level. JD, didn't you just put out if I'm not mistaken here, and I hope that I got this right, you just put out a video on your big boy. So if you haven't already, check out that video. Anybody else got some good? So we got some cool, keep rolling in with the stuff that people are going in.
FRA test track in Colorado.
Right on, man. Ravenhawks got it. Boom. Boom. So, Timothy's got some new HO locomotives recently. What'd you get there, bud? And getting back around to Lance Boyle, Lance says the McKean rail motor was a 6-cylinder self-propelled rail car or rail motor from 1905. McKean was among the first engines with gasoline power motor. Fort Hell Whitney. Very interesting. Very interesting.
They just pull it up to the gas station and just
So, yeah. Fill her up, please. Ours trains. Corey wants to know what's your favorite type of freight train, George?
EV train all the way.
Oh yeah, that's a no-brainer right now. That's the soup du jour, man.
Well, okay.
The train du jour is.
Here's my concept. Tim will tell you otherwise.
Hold on.
The reason why I wanted it is because recently we've gotten a lot of cool UP and SP stuff. I mean, we've got the AC9, the cab forward, the daylight. We got and then we got the three big boys. Oh, and the 844. Why not get a train that all of them can run, specific for those engines? I mean, we have a lot of them. So, and the PFE train's a perfect example. And I'm going to tell you that Bill Coe was my inspiration for getting this train because he had brought up. He's got this really, really long unit train that he brings up to Milwaukee of a bunch of the TCA or the Train Collectors Association Kids Club from 1999, and he's got I think a bunch of those cars. And anyways, I saw that and I was like, I want a unit train. So for the longest time, I was trying to find something to make a unit train out of. And then he mentioned to me that a friend of ours, Mr. Ron Miller, had a unit train of PFE cars. And I was like, oh my gosh, what's that? And I looked it up and I was like, oh yeah, I want those cars. So I recently got them. Tim's Trans, he got them when I wanted them. Or some PFE cars when I wanted them. And that's kind of what was all right, I need to get some of these. So I got some and now I have them. There we go.
There you go. There you go. George, what's your biggest freight car? What's
biggest one I
we don't really have anything that's overwhelmingly big in the collection or anything like that.
I mean, what about that
We've got a Boeing
car?
a
Yeah.
737 car, which is relatively big. Have to do an unboxing of that sometime. It's something that I've had in the box for way too long because it's a really, really cool one. So G-Gauge Polar Express with a Christmas gift card, DB Tech. Very nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
So Lance, we'll see you around the roundhouse. Don't let the caboose hit you on the way out, buddy. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Annette says she heard it. Camp Forward. Everybody drink. Everybody drink. There we go. There we go. CA and P Railroad says, I like this kid. Unit trains. See?
Unit trains all the way.
Yep. LGL is wondering if you've ever heard of the Puffing Billy Railway. I have never heard that one.
Yeah, neither have I.
80 footers, George. 80 footers. I don't even know what an 80 footer is.
Those are those outer end cars.
Oh, no, don't have any of those.
Or the.
But we do have some 21-inch passenger cars, now that I'm thinking about it, that are way bigger than that box car.
At least they're freight cars.
Oh, he did say freight cars. Yeah.
I would say that car. The biggest ones I own are the UP cars.
We have some 21-inch superliners.
And we got
Those are
the
pretty
heritage
big.
cars too. The Amtrak heritage cars.
Yep.
Yeah, those are
21-inch heritage cars and the 21-inch superliners. So Timothy, looks like you got some pretty cool trains there. What kind of trains did he get, George?
got it. F59 PHI. I actually have that one. Mine's a Sounder one. But his is with sound. SP CAD Ford. Broadway
Everybody
Limited.
drink?
Wait. Just gotta celebrate. Oh wait, I didn't get to read it. And a genset, Atlas genset, and a C40-8. Norfolk Southern Atlas. Yes. Coach Long, aka Tyler Garrick. Hello, Tyler. Nice to see you on the stream. Can't fool me this time. No, it's not. It's not Coach Long.
What, did you freak out because you thought I thought it was Coach Long, didn't I?
The first time I thought it was Coach Long, and then Tyler.
That's his cross-country coach.
Yeah, and then Tyler sent me a picture. He's like, of him watching the stream. I was like, oh my gosh. No. The name was your boy. And I was like, and then it said Coach Long, and I was like, all right, well, then hey, you never know. And then Tyler, actually, it wasn't Tyler sent me a picture of the stream. At cross-country practice, Tyler was showing me a YouTube video. You know, I can see the little, like, icon in the corner, right? Same icon as your boy, and I was like,
wait a second.
So I think it's Tyler, and yeah, Tyler, can't fool me. If it's Coach Long, I've been doing my running.
26.2 every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Getting out. So, hey, Southern Yankee says I got a MTH Pennsylvania Railroad S2 turbine. Whoa. And by the way, I apologize. When you first came in, I forgot to give you a whistle as you were coming through the door. So thanks for joining us today. I'd like to see a video of that one coming out. For those that you haven't seen Southern Yankees channel, he's got some really, really neat stuff that he puts up on his channel. He's had some neat Christmas trains that he's posted recently. And yeah. Check out his channel. Check out everybody's channel here. We got some neat people on here, some neat stuff. Bill says we need to have an Amtrak Friday. In fact, I was talking with George about that. We need to start switching up some of our stock trains out here. Like I said, we do have a new train out here that we've never had out of the box, probably in about, I'm ashamed to say, probably haven't had this thing out of the box in 20 years. Got it out. It's on the layout right now. Nobody said a word about it. I'm surprised Tim has it. Tim's always the one that's right on all of this stuff.
He probably doesn't even know we have it.
I don't think he does, because I know he's never seen it. Yeah. So, Go Revere or Go Home wants to know if our track is glued down. Is everything permanent, George?
So it's in a state where it won't move, but it's not permanent. We just have everything screwed in, so we can unscrew it and just put in a new switch or something if we want to. And that's probably the way I mean, that's the cool part about those scales. It's too big to glue down, if you know what I mean. So, I mean, that's the cool part. So we have everything screwed down. Especially, it would look really bad on the carpet if we glued it down. But
so talk about the carpet. Everyone always asks us about the carpet. Why we do it on the carpet?
So basically, we have it on the carpet today. We have it on the carpet because back when my grandpa was making his layout, he was really big into winter layout, and he didn't want to use like cork bed and stuff like that. So he thought of some things that like detonated the sound a little bit. And he's like, why not just use carpet? So he put carpet on his layout for the Christmas theme layout. I mean, but winter theme layout, and I don't know. I think my dad liked it a lot, and I thought it was kind of cool, and so we decided to put carpet on this layout. So what we did is we ordered a bunch of those 4x4 tiles, right, from Menards, 4x4 carpet tiles that just sit down on the table. They already have glue. All you have to do is just peel them off.
2x2. We cut them
2x2. Yeah.
Yep.
And so it's really cool, and that's what we.
Deadens the sound pretty good. And that's why we like it. It's going to be winter, so that it blends in when this gets all done. If you haven't seen the videos on my dad's layout where we use carpet, we just put out a couple over Christmas time on GFW Trains. Go back through the library, check those out. George Werderick's layout. We did one with Polar Express and a couple of other ones. You can see it's a nice product. Hopefully, when this layout grows up, it'll be similar to the one that we've got that we built at my mom and dad's house. So. Yeah.
Cat nuts!
Cat nuts in his house, Southern Yankee. He's been here the whole time. He checked in way at the beginning, and I forgot to say something. So
I thought he did. I just was doing it again.
okay.
I know
we're not stingy with the whistle around here, are we, George? So Timothy wants to see your F59 PHI. We'll do that on a different day than today.
It's kind of buried right now.
Yeah. So getting back to Nevada, Grandpa says,
guys, just so you know, the Nevada State Railroad Museum is called the Nevada Southern. That's what my engineer's certificate says. Oh, I knew that. Did the whole time.
Yep. So Ravenhawk, I think, saw a little bit about that one, the mystery engine over there. We'll get to that in just a second. In fact, why don't you kind of pull that one around a little bit if you can, George? So Lackawanna Rail Fans is on a 1962 Lionel Ciano GP7 with original boxes. That is a sweet set right there. I'm way jealous. That'd be really nice.
What's the number on it? On the side.
So I think people are figuring out what it is over there, George. On that barn full of trains. It's not a basement full of trains. It's not a garage full of trains. It's a whole barn full of trains. Welcome, barn full of trains. Glad to have you back. Good to see you again. So, Ravenhawk says that if you're going to do an Amtrak day, we need to have you over. I have a lot of Amtrak stuff, and then a big Amtrak fan. As am I, but I think it's something that comes with the age. So Bilko is saying UPF3s, George. What do you think?
UPF3s? I wonder if it is. He's probably. Wait, doesn't he have these guys?
No, I don't think so.
No, he's got the MTH ones.
Yeah. Close. They're not F-units. George will pull that one around here. Ravenhawk says, I've got a set of Amtrak California Superliners. Whoa. Those are nice. Those the K-Line ones are so beautiful. I don't know if those are the ones that you got. You got the Lionel ones. I think I've got 5 Amtrak sets, 6 Amtrak sets. So I'm an Amtrak geek myself. I love Amtraks. And my favorite train that I don't have, there's 2 trains. I always tell everybody there's 2 trains that are my white whale trains. One of them is a true white whale. And that's the Boy Scout 2010 ES44AC that Lionel came out with. I didn't get that one when it came out. I wish that I did. I've seen it a couple times for sale, but I've never bought that one. So that's my first white whale that I really like to get. And that's my second white whale that I'd like. There it comes, that I'd like to get is Amtrak GG1. I remember riding on the Amtrak GG1 when I went. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Union Pacific E8s. My dad will swear up and down that this isn't true, but it is true. My dad gave these to me when I graduated from high school. My dad is going to say otherwise. I know he's going to say otherwise. but he gave them to me when I graduated from high school. Train Storm's asking, are you guys not worried about the carpet getting in your locomotive? We haven't had any problems with that at all. Not on this leg or on my dad's house.
See, carpet isn't really a problem. Like, I've never had a problem with carpet getting into our locomotive.
And the shag is really short, so it's not a really long shag. Hey, Grandpa got it. You did say he gave it to me.
There you go.
John says that there are two Nevada State Railroad Museums, the real one by Lake Tahoe and about 30 miles south of Reno and Carson City, and the Imposter down Boulder, Las Vegas, near Las Vegas. I think that the one by Boulder is the one that my dad went to.
Imposter.
Southern Yankee says it's okay. Keep chugging along. We've got Steam Train Mark says, hey guys, the Puffing Billy Railway is a narrow gauge tourist railway in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia. They mainly run Baldwin 262 side tank locos. It's a major tourist attraction in Australia.
Well, that's really cool.
That's cool. I've always wanted to go to Melbourne, and or maybe I did go to. I didn't go to. I met some people from Melbourne.
I have a
there in
bunch of
Victoria.
friends from Australia too.
Yeah, where'd you meet them, George?
The World Jamboree.
For Scouts, right?
They were down the hill and to the right. That's where their camp was. Some of the funniest people I've ever met. They were super loud, and I got a flag from them too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So Georgia is a scout, and went to the World Jamboree this last summer and met people from all over the world. It was out in Virginia,
Sweden, Austria, Australia, Mexico. You know, just the whole 9 yards.
George told me he kissed girls from 29 different countries.
No, I didn't.
He's like, I haven't even kissed one from the United States yet, Papa.
Anyways.
Pivot.
I like trains. What do you expect?
Train fans, they look more like E units than F units. They are. They're E8s. E8s. Boom, boom, boom. Everyone likes that one. UP
Weaver.
They are Weaver E8s there. And I want to say, gosh, they got to be about 30 years old because I think I got them in 1991. Is that 30 years, George? God, am I really that old?
Yes, you are.
Yep. So
holy moly, that's one heavy boy.
So it's it's both of the units are powered units, which is kind of cool. And we got to do a plug. Premiere tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, or tomorrow 10 a.m. Central. We have got the Great Big Rolling Railroad for, GFW Trains premiere for Union Pacific on the Yes. That's what we call here the Yorkville Eastern Shore. Union Pacific on the Yes Railroad. So, yep. So I guess it would be late MPC era or the beginning of the LTI, but it's not Lionel. It's Weaver. So CSX GT ET44AC says, "How are you? We're doing great. Thanks for joining us today. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you around the roundhouse here." So Chad Kuzma says, "How did 844 get to Boulder? I thought it was landlocked from the main line."
Don't they have their own track out there?
I don't know, but I know it's there. So Timothy says, "Yeah, I think I remember telling you guys you haven't used those E8s. I think a few years ago. Yeah, we haven't used those for a long time. I got them, but I got them out the other days when I was making that video last night. So, yeah. So Ravenhawk says, I bet that was fun. Got my Eagle back in 2011. There you go.
Boom.
Following in the footsteps of old Ravenhawk there, George. George is close to getting his Eagle. He's a Life Scout right now. In fact, he's working on coming up with a plan for his Eagle project. Right, George?
Yeah. I've been working on the Eagle project. The plan for it is we're going to make a station for the Prairie State Railroad Club, and it's going to be a little covered station for it, and it's really cool. I'm excited to do it, but yeah. Right.
JD Stuck says his girlfriend loves the trains. I don't know if that's sarcastic or not, but it's I had my wife knew me when I was a little bit. My wife and I met when I was only a little bit older than George. And
what?
Think about that.
You were in college.
I was 18 years old.
Oh, Lordy.
I was in college. I was 18 years old, but I met her.
With the ECC.
ECC.
Elegy Community College.
That's where I learned all my higher learning. There was at the ECC.
And played all the baseball.
Played baseball at the ECC. Learned all from them books there at the ECC. Got me real smart. Real smart, it did. So happy 30th to those UPE8s. There we go. Happy 30th. So Mr. Truckdude's wondering if we have an OS. Go ahead, George. I'm sorry.
Oh, no,
I always cut you off like that, and I shouldn't do that. I'm trying to.
Yeah, you probably should go because if I made that joke, it wouldn't be that.
Do we have an 060, George? We do.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that one either.
No, I haven't.
Yep. Got a little Pennsylvania 060. It's not TMCC. I think it might be broken. That's why I never run it. It was broken a long time ago. I need to.
I had no clue these existed until like a couple months ago.
Really?
Yeah, and I was looking down there at the Weaver box. It's like, what are these? For the longest time, I thought they were passenger cars because the boxes were turned backwards, so you couldn't see the labels. And I just assumed they were the TCA.
Oh, right.
Because I mean, the black box that looks similar to it. So yeah, I didn't know that these were a thing till the other day, and yeah.
Ravenhawk says, "Don't follow in his footsteps; you'll get lost." But then he says, "Not all who wander are lost, but I sure the hell am." Yeah.
Oh, he said he bought my railroad.
Uh-oh. LJL bought the railroad. So let's see here. CSXGE ET44AC says he's got 2 CN locomotives coming to him tomorrow.
Nice.
Very good.
Very nice.
All right, Rail Brothers wants to know, Big Boy or Challenger, George? Which one's better?
Big Boy, of course.
George is a big fan of that Big Boy. He loves that Big Boy, that's for sure.
Was the first articulated locomotive I ever owned. So
I guess you're right. I guess you're right there, man. Isaiah. Good to see Isaiah. Isaiah says, let's see here. That was the question. Isaiah says, hi, everyone. Just stopping by for the night. Hope everyone has a good one. Well, hey, thanks for swinging by just to say hello. Good to see you. Good to see everyone saying hello to Isaiah. So, Ravenhawk saying, what are you guys hoping for from the new catalog? That's a really good question. Really good question. Let's see.
oh no.
My number one. What's going on over there, George?
They're out of sync.
Out of scale. Out of sync. I love these E8s. Those are. I'm a big fan of different E8s. They've been coming out with some of those lately. I don't know. I like it when they come out with like stuff from railroads, like the smaller railroads. And I know that they don't usually come out with that stuff that often because some of those smaller railroads don't sell as well. But I love like the Monon stuff. They had that Monon Mikado that came out recently. That 4501 Mikado was really cool. They just came out with that. I don't know. What do you think, Ravenhawk? What are you hoping they come out with? Oh, he says right now he's hoping to keep my fingers crossed for the CNA Air. That would be cool. Yeah. Always good to get a new locomotive, isn't it, George?
Of course. That's just the greatest feeling in the world. Just like your heart gets full.
Then you rip the box. Or your son rips the box. For those of you just joining us, George did that with my new locomotive I got yesterday. He was unboxing it. Oh, look at that. George is like, oh, Papa, you just ruined the mood. You just ruined the mood. Hey, Sidetracks, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. And everybody, if you're on the stream and just joining us, if you haven't already, smash that like button. If you're not a subscriber on GFW Trains, I'd invite you to consider subscribing to GFW Trains. We have a good time talking about everything.
But mostly not ripping boxes.
GFW Trains, we talk about everything, but mostly trains. On that, got a neat little side, little corner of the community here, the hobby, the train hobby, and friends hanging out, talking, spending some time together on our live stream here. Speaking of the live stream, George looks like he's tuckering out there. No? Oh, your hair's falling out.
Is it actually?
Got a big old hair there, right there. Pull it up.
Where? That's not my hair.
It's a girl's hair then. Ooh, he's got some girl hair on him. So LJ wants to know why you're playing with his UPF unit or E units there, George.
Because they're cool.
Train fan would like to see more HO stuff from Lionel. That'd be pretty good. So JD Sucks signing off. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We'll see you around the roundhouse, JD. We'll see you around the roundhouse. Don't let the caboose hit you on the way out.
I would give you a whistle, but I'll...
Got everything up. But hey, thanks for hanging out, everybody. See here. There we go. Ravenhawk says, I'd like to see a scale Grand Trunk Western. GTW said Grand Trunk.
Yes.
SD7.
Grand Funk West.
Grand Lion Chief 2.0 ET44AC. Those would be cool ones for sure. Oh yeah. And Bob Nileski says that a lot of people are looking for Strasbourg from the Lionel catalog.
Hey, this is a step forward to like some of those like smaller like things that, like you were talking about, like Strasbourg.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna sell well.
Oh, right. No, you're right. I think there are a lot of people out there that'd like to get some of that Strasbourg stuff.
Yeah.
And Strasbourg's really rolling after they had the 611 out there. Everybody's really hype on Strasbourg.
I mean,
for sure.
Strasbourg seems to be like a really like big. Like everybody likes Strasbourg. I don't understand why, but I mean, it's like I guess I don't know. I need to see it.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
Yes.
I'm taking you there. Promise.
Boom.
I'm taking you there. We're going to have a GFW Trains tailgate when we're out there. We're either going to do that at actual York, or if we have a tailgate, we'll have it at the Toy Train Museum across the road there. From the Train Collectors Toy Train Museum, we'll have a tailgate there. I think it'd be really good. Actually, I just thought of my engine, that if my number one engine, if I could dream, my dream engine for Lionel to make would be the Royal Hudson. That would be my dream engine for Lionel to make.
Explain why.
Well, when I was growing up, I got a chance to ride on the British Columbia Royal Hudson up in Vancouver to Squamish, and rode that a couple of times. And I was some really
Was that the British Columbia steam program?
really good memories are right behind that one.
Was that the BC steam program, or was that like a museum that did that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the full story behind that, but it wasn't a steam program. It was more like a tourist railroad. But I don't know. It could have been the same thing. Hey, welcome back, Clara. Thanks for coming back.
Oh, it looks like I put this through my head.
Yeah. LGL says he may have to call the Bulls if you don't get off his railroad.
Well, guess what? The Bulls are from Chicago.
Oh, that's true.
You know, The Last Dance was a really good TV show. You got to watch it if you haven't. But
There you go. George is getting distracted. George is getting to the point where George is getting distracted. Hey, NYSW Rail fan, welcome to the stream. George is, we've got George over here. I'm Wally. We are GFW Trains. If you haven't already and on the stream, this is for everybody. Please smash that like button. Let's see here. Clara says, I have IC2.
Lion Chief.
Oh, yeah, Lion Chief 2 Big Boy 4014.
Oh, those are cool. Did you get that with the UP military set? Because I think that's when it came. What?
I don't know. I gotta keep going. About. So what as you were saying, George?
They came out with they had a military trend that they came out with. They had those Lion Chief 2 big boys, and then they had, I think, like 6 maybe of military cars, so like with tanks and stuff like that, and then they had caboose, and I thought it was a really cool set. Really cool.
Yeah. CSX GE ET44 AC says I have a Norfolk Southern 1069 and the Norfolk Southern 1068.
Boom. There you go.
So this is a good question, and I don't think that he is. Sidetrack is asking if Neil Young is still part owner of Lionel, and I don't really. We'll get an answer on this. There's going to be people that are going to.
I was talking to Sid the other day, and he owns like a little bit of it.
So a company called Wellspring, which is an investment company, owns Lionel, and I don't remember if Neil Young owned a portion of Wellspring, which owned Lionel, and it was prompted by him to buy that. Or if he owned it, sold it to Wellspring, and as part of his selling it to Wellspring, became a part investor in Wellspring. But yeah. So Ravenhawk says, I agree on the Royal Hudson. Love those engines. Got 2 of them from MTH. Would love to see a Lionel do one. Yep. So, and then the answer on the see Ravenhawk is
Cool.
Ravenhawk Train Illusionist says he's got all the answers.
Want some trains?
Right. So both the 2860 and the 2839. The 2860 was owned by the province of British Columbia and now is at a railroad museum in Squamish, British Columbia. That's the one that I wrote on. I wrote on the 2860 when it was still steamed up. Welcome K&J Model Trains here to the GFW Trains live stream where we talk about everything, but mostly trains.
Today's video.
Yep. So 2839 is the one that's at the Southern Railway, or is the one that the Southern Railway leased for their steam program. Bet you didn't know that, George.
I didn't even know they leased one. That's cool.
Yep, Southern, they use that for their steam program. So, so Train Fan says, so you guys have a favorite hockey and a football team? To tell you mine, my favorite hockey team is the Pittsburgh Penguins, and favorite football team is the Baltimore Ravens.
Favorite football team is the Bears. Basketball team, the professional, the Bulls. Hockey team, the Pistons. I like for college football, it's no brainer. Michigan State for basketball, football, hockey, anything other than that. And yeah, that's. Did I miss any sports? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. College football.
I said Michigan State.
Right on.
But I like college sports a lot better than professional sports.
Right. So, Rail Brothers Production wants to know if we have any trains that are rare, George.
I'm so dumb I didn't do baseball. Baseball team is the Tigers. Favorite baseball team is the Tigers.
There we go. So, Rail Brothers Production wants to know if you have any rare trains, George.
Yeah, we got some rare trains.
So that's how it all started, actually, Rail Brothers Production. That my dad, George Wardrick, on the stream here, is a post-war Lionel train, actually all Lionel train collectors, but mainly post-war. And we have got some really amazing post-war trains in his collection. Some rare ones, some nice ones, and we do have some rare stuff. So one of these days we're going to get over there and take a look at some of the rare trains that Grandpa George has at his house. We got to see a few of them on the live streams that we've done over there. We did one on Christmas over there where we didn't really talk about them very much, but we were over there and caught a couple of glimpses as we were doing the videos around there. Yep. Timothy wants to know if you want to talk on Discord a bit after the stream, George.
I don't know, maybe. Yeah.
All right. So Train Fan, his dad likes the Bears. The Bears.
Hey, man, they're not bad for once.
Yep. We won't go anywhere, DB Tech. They're not bad. You got it. LGL likes the Cubs, George. But Randall was saying, didn't Neil Young help design the first sound system on Lionel locomotives? Yeah. He was very instrumental also with getting command control developed and pushing Lionel into the next generation of technology.
The Pistons. Did I say the Pistons?
Did somebody? No,
I said the
Tigers.
No, for hockey.
Oh, did you? The Chicago Pistons?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. I wasn't even listening.
I mean the Blackhawks.
Yep.
See, I don't really watch hockey. Although my cousin, it's pretty cool. He's got a
Oh no, Ravenhawk. Oh, he's a Packer fan, George.
Oh, Lord.
Why don't you do an illusion and take that over?
It's. I should probably know a little bit more about hockey because my cousin plays hockey, and currently they have two. Like, what would you say before they're going to that? Anyways, they have two people that are one that used to live at their house and one that's living at their house right now that are going to play in the NHL in a couple of years,
right.
Which is really cool. They just got drafted.
Right.
Right. Pretty cool. Yeah.
So LGL says the Packers and the Vikings. So the Packers suck. Well, let's just say that we aren't Packer fans around here.
No, sir. Hey, man. Yeah. I was about to say something.
Randall likes all the Kansas City teams.
The Royals.
Chiefs and the Royals.
I don't know the Royals.
We're all right with that.
Hey, man. Just don't beat the Tigers, and I'm cool with you.
So Trainstorm's asking if we got any weekend plans. Yeah, I got to work. Ugh. Got a lot of stuff coming around the corner at work so I got to. I'm gonna, as soon as we're done with the stream here, I'll probably have an iced tea and then hit the hay. And I'm getting up bright and early, going to work. I might probably do the premiere from work or be on the stream for the premiere at work. Wah, wah, for me, so not a good one. But yeah, at least a little bit more relaxed during the week. Conroe 98's in the house.
Sid the Orioles?
He's from Baltimore, dude.
Seriously, I mean, I'm from Chicago. I like the Tigers.
Is he from Baltimore? He's from Baltimore, right?
He's from Maryland. I'm not sure.
Maryland,
Probably the area.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's right out where George Robin lives.
I forget. He told me where it was. I forget where. I hope to probably say something about it.
Yep. Trainstorm, yo. We'll see you around.
The Pistons.
We'll probably talk here for another 5-10 more minutes, and then we'll button this up too. And he likes the Washington football team. Yep. Bob's confirming he's from Maryland. Conrail says he would prefer the Peoria Chiefs. Minor league baseball team. Yeah.
We've been to their stadium. It's pretty cool. No, we haven't. Have we?
No, we haven't seen the Peoria Chiefs. Oh, yeah, maybe we did. We did go play. George played in their stadium. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So Yankee pinstripes. Very good. Have you ever heard of the Lionel Cubs train set?
We actually sold one. Well, auctioned it off.
We bought one for an auction that we do through the Train Collectors Association. So we bought it and we sold it off there. So
that's one I wouldn't mind. I'd rather get the Tigers one, but
they don't have one for the Tigers, unfortunately.
They don't?
No.
I thought they did.
No, they don't.
Dang. They're that bad.
George, did you know that I have a IndyCar box car? A Marks IndyCar box car.
Marks?
Uh-huh.
Is it like...
It's like an old school looking Marks box car. It's actually a car. So it's not really...
Does it got like those weird couplers on it?
Uh-huh. Yep. And it's an IndyCar box car. I'm going to have to dig that out. Or car. It's not IndyCar. So it was at the time when IndyCar racing and championship auto racing were separated. Way over here. They were separated. So, yeah.
Has anybody heard of the Blue Jays? Yes.
Where are they from? Different country, right?
Different country.
Toronto.
That is.
I think George's.
I'm thinking of like a whole like different cities, man. I was thinking of like Texas, but that's the Astros. Everybody hates the Astros.
Cheaty McCheaties. Right.
Which is that? But yeah, now there's that whole like pitching scandal too. That's not good.
What's
good.
it? Oh, the drugs and whatnot.
Not drugs, but like I don't know. There's something like it's not pine tar, but they're using something to get like traction on the ball. I don't know, but some of the names.
I did it. Did a little cheating when I was in college. George it was like not crazy cheating, but snap my curveball off. I always used to wipe my my brow.
That's cheating though.
Well, it's just same as putting pine tar. So what I'd do is I would wipe my brow, and once you wipe your brow or you lick your fingers or something to get them wet, you're supposed to go to the rosin bag. If you got a rosin bag, or you're supposed to wipe it off on your pant leg. But I always wipe my hand like this and act like I'm wiping it off on my pant leg, so my hands would be nice and sweaty. So that when I go throw my curveball, I can snap it off better. Yeah.
I'm sounding real dumb right now talking about sports.
Yeah. All right. So we're probably is a good segue to buttoning up the stream here. Grandpa says he's got a Christmas gift for me. Very nice. Can I meet you in the morning? Yeah, I'll give you a call in the morning, Dad.
Grandpa, can you tell me what it is?
Yeah. So anyway, we've got a great group of people here. Really appreciate you coming by. And like I've been talking about during the stream, if you haven't already, do me a huge favor. Really helps out with the algorithm on YouTube. If you can smash that like button if you haven't already. Also, a couple other plugs. I've always talked about this, and we've got a really, really cool group of people here that meet and join us with GFW trains. We've that join us with GFW trains on these live streams. We've created this. There are now other people that do live streams, and it's a neat corner of the community. So please, first thing I'd like to do is tell everybody there are a lot of neat people on here. Check out their live streams. And if you don't know or not their live streams, their YouTube channels, if you don't know their names and their YouTube channels, if you don't write them down or anything like that, there's a couple of places that I'd like to point you to. One is the GFW or the mainline Discord server, which is down below. And we've tried and continue to talk. And we've got a spot on there where you can promote your YouTube channel and promote your YouTube, and people can go and see everything that's going on there. Also down below there is a site that Sparky 107. It's actually a YouTube video with a catalog of different people with model railroading YouTube channels. So you can check either one of those out. But please support each other, check each other, check each other's channels out and everything like that. And yeah, it's a really good one. Also, if you're into GFW trains, we've got new merch. You can see that merch in the
Teespring store.
The Teespring store. There's a link down below. Check it out. Got some neat stuff. Tried to price it all relatively moderately so that we could have a lot of people. Our thought was we'd rather see a lot of people wearing GFW trains merch as opposed to making a ton of money, right, George? Yeah. And if you're interested in the whole Patreon thing,
Do it.
there you go. That's what George is gonna do. Do it. No, George, I set up a Patreon page for George. If you like what George does and want to support this young man over here in terms of his endeavors on YouTube, go on that Patreon and check it out. I'm sure that he would like that. So anyway, it's been a great time here on this Friday evening. I hope everybody's going to have a great weekend. We got some cool live streams coming up. I believe that we've got Corey's live stream. He always does a Sunday Run Day live stream, which is a lot of fun.
I do recommend them. They are really fun to watch. And
Corey's quite the. I watch Corey's live streams, and I feel I don't. The only reason why I don't like to watch Corey's live stream is because he's so good. His live streams are so fun. They're so bubbly. And it's like, man, I wish I could do it. Actually, they're inspiring. I shouldn't say I don't want to watch his live streams. They inspire me. It's like, man, I wish I could do things like that and have the flow and everything like that. So also, a lot of other good live streams out there. Our good friends over there, Cross Anchors Railroads, has their
Stephen Cofer. He doesn't do live streams, just videos.
Right. But the live stream on Saturday night from those guys, and PGH Train Fanatic does a live stream usually in the weekend too. And Heath over at Humanity Junction's doing one, I think, also on Sunday. So anyway, lots of stuff going on here. I'm rambling at this point. Again, everybody, thanks.
Bob's got some really good channels.
What's it?
RJ's Trains. He does some really good videos.
I
like him too because he's like really good at like finding information for videos. So like he did this video on Penn Central and like the greatest like U.S. bankruptcy, for the time.
Right, the biggest.
Third biggest company in America.
Standard of the world to bankruptcy.
Yeah, and the story on it's amazing. Like like a whole bunch. The people working there were just like
inept.
Dude, it's crazy. He does some really cool videos. Sid's Trains. He's always got cool videos about repairing trains. I'm assuming we're going to see a bunch of layout updates in the future just because he's currently working on this layout. Sam's Trains, who also has a really cool train.
He's another guy. I watch his videos.
Yeah,
and I think to myself, there's a couple of different Sam's Trains. He's a Sam's Trains from Indiana, and he has he's another guy that's really all of these have great production value in their videos, and he's got neat subjects and it's neat with Sam because he's not somebody who's been around trains for a long time. So he loves trains, and you can see by his videos that he loves trains, but it's also somebody who's learning about trains as he's going along and doing everything like that. So.
Yeah, and he's the founder of Model Train Podcast too, which is really cool. And if you haven't already, go check that out. Subscribe, watch some of the podcasts. they basically do podcasts. We've been on it. I know a bunch of other people have, and yeah, I think it's really, really cool. You got to go watch it. I mean, the podcast is so fun to listen to. Just listen about everybody's story, and yeah, they even have it on Spotify too, so you can listen to this to the podcast on Spotify. And yeah, I mean, just.
Right on.
Yes.
And a real quick plug to Trains and Things and KNR Custom Models. They've been a big supporter of our channel as well.
For a very long time.
Yep. And they make a lot of neat 3D printed stuff. Made some neat dwarf signals that we've got on the layout. We've got them, but I always he's going to get me out one, and I gotta. It keeps slipping, and the only reason why it's not really slipping my mind. The reason being that I haven't talked to you is that, or sent an email, is because I want to buy a whole bunch of them to put up on the layout, so that when you send it off, that I can get them all. And I just haven't gotten to the point on the layout that we're doing that. So, but Stephen Kofrel, who else is a big supporter of the channel. Thanks to Steve. We've got Wesley's Trains is a Patreon supporter. We have got Jigoku Samurai, who is a Patreon supporter, and my mom, Anita Wardrick, who is a Patreon supporter. And lastly, how am I drawing?
Yeah. Randall.
Stu Rankin.
Yes.
Yeah. So anyway, guys, I'm rambling. We've enjoyed hanging out with you tonight. We've enjoyed you being on the stream. Thanks for joining us. We enjoy your support of our channel. Hopefully, we can all support each other and help out each other's channels grow in the YouTube and help our hobby grow. So we'll see you around the roundhouse.
Well, it's good to see you on the way out.
Right on.
Boom.